Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Mark, congratulations on redeeming first. Mark, enhorabuena por redimir el primero, una vez más. Hey yo, ¿cómo estás, Mark? ¿Cómo andamios? Hey Blue Parrot, have fun guys. I can't watch today because I have exams. Don't worry Blue Parrot, the VOD will be uploaded tonight, as you always know. And good luck with your exams. Mucha suerte con tu examen. No sé si me estás escuchando, pero muchísima suerte, en serio. Voy a bajar un poco la música. Going to lower down the music a bit. There we go. Read, good luck, Blue Parrot. Thank you. You can do it. Break that exam table in two. Break it. GP violence, yes. Ay, ha pasado tiempo, Es que no ha pasado mucho tiempo, ha pasado una semana, ¿qué digo? It's been only a week, but it feels like it's been a long time since we last played. But, you know, también que la música es un remix oficial de Profesor Layton. Layton music from a TV anime they did, I think. There it is. In case you want to see it. I mean, como va de viajes en el tiempo, pensé, claro, viajes en el tiempo. Layton, el tercer juego iba de viajes en el tiempo. Así que he puesto la música de fondo. Since this is supposed to be a trial about time travel, I thought, oh yeah, Layton had a game about time travel, so volveré antes de que os deis cuenta. Hola, Sean. ¿Te gusta la música de Layton? This is nothing. You can do it, Sean. We believe in you. Confiamos en ti, Sean. We believe. But yeah. Entremos. Let's jump right into it. The final case of Apollo Justice. Ace Attorney Trilogy. El último caso de este juego. The final one. Okay, so my plan for today is to play 4 hours. Vamos a jugar 4 horitas. Da igual donde nos quedemos. Doesn't matter where we leave it. We're just going to play 4 hours straight, and next time another 4 hours. And hopefully next stream will be the finale of this DLC. Vale. El objetivo. Hoy jugamos 4 horas y la semana que viene jugamos hasta que terminemos el caso. Ese es el objetivo. La penúltima vez que escuchamos este menú. This is the penultimate time that we listen to this menu. Hopefully. No, Mark. I'm going to miss this game. Voy a echar de menos este juego, I'm going to miss this game a lot. Ha sido un viaje muy bonito. It's been a great journey so far. And I'm very happy to have shared it with all of you. Estoy muy feliz de haberlo compartido con vosotros, en serio. Que es increíble. Raifa! There she is. No sé si Raifa va a aparecer en el caso. I don't know if Raifa is going to show up in this special episode, but here we go. Larry? Larry Bats? Okay. Special episode. Turnabout Time Traveler. Larry is back, apparently. Let's do this. Special episode. Turnabout Time Traveler.
I'm not completely heartless. I'll even throw that time machine you cherish so much overboard with you.
Please take me back to that blissful moment.
It's almost time for the reception, milady.
It actually really worked.
Huh? September 21st. Do you remember? The 21st night of September. Larry, la madre que te parió. Sean, que esto va de viajes en el tiempo. Sean, this is about time travel. Now would be the perfect time for someone to redeem the December. Right? Anything agency.
Okay, let me make sure I've got this straight. When your magic panties appear, I do a backflip into a handstand, then blow out the candle? No, Athena, you've got it all wrong. You do a backflip through the ring of fire, while holding the candle in your mouth.
True, sí, true, sí. No me mires, Stark. Mark, ¿qué vas a hacer? There she is, she's back again and ever. Look, this model compared to the Dual Destinies one is way superior. Jesus, it actually looks good.
There's no way I'll ever be able to do that. Sure you can. I believe in you, Athena.
Trucy, what are you and Athena up to?
Athena's agreed to be a part-time performer in my magic show. I couldn't say no to some extra cash, but I probably should have thought it through first.
No, por lo del Sember, lo sé.
Now it's human cannonball this. Get in that. It's not like I have 9 lives, you know.
You've made your bed, Athena. Now you have got to lie in it.
No, I'm too young to be taking out a life insurance policy already.
And that's how Athena fucking died. Athena Psyche's fucking dies. My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm the head of this law office.
And since when did you become the head of this office, Daddy? I am the fucking CEO. Yo soy la CEO, ¿eh? Y que quede claro. I mean, who exactly does all the cleaning, accounting, and scheduling around here, huh?
You've got me there, Trucy. This is Trucy Wright. She's my adopted daughter and a magician.
And I'm Athena's...
Oh, digo, no.
And I'm Athena Psyches. The rising star lawyer of the Right Dating Agency.
Or rather, the rising star assistant to Trucy, you mean?
If I don't get back into a courtroom soon, I'm going to forget everything I ever learned.
Speaking of the courtroom, we haven't exactly had any clients lately, have we? I wonder if this is post main story or like or post the Spirit of Justice or in between. ¿Oh? Me pregunto si esto ocurre después de la historia principal de Spirit of Justice o si ocurre entre medias. Te tengo de fondo. Hi, hola Knight, ¿cómo andamos? Hi, Fran, te has perdido el viaje en el tiempo que ocurrió al principio. ¿Cómo estáis, gente? Espero que hayáis tenido un buen día.
Business is as slow as ever, honey. Bet you made more money back when you played the piano.
¡Oh, coño! Creía que era Maya. I thought it was Maya.
Yo, long time no see.
Larry? I haven't seen you in years. What brings you here all of a sudden?
Some big news, that's what.
Okay.
Who's this guy, boss?
This is Larry Butts. He's, well, let's just say he's an old friend of mine. So, Larry, what's so big that you had to come and tell me in person?
There's somebody I wanted you to meet. Hey, you can come in now.
Alright. Oh. Señora guapa, vale.
How do you do?
Hi?
That dress, is that a wedding dress?
White rose? Yes! She has a white rose. Well, a bouquet of white roses.
Yes, it is. My name is Ellen Wyatt. Wyatt?
What? Wyatt? How do I say it? ¿Cómo digo ese nombre? Wyatt.
Wyatt. I'm a domestic servant, a maid of the Sprocket household. Sprocket? As in, Sprocket Aviation? Yes, that's the one. Wow, Mr. Wright. Sprocket Aviation is a really big airline company. You've heard of Rainbow Airlines, right? The one they call RAL for short.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Well, it's run by Sprocket Aviation.
I see. But what is this Sprocket family maid doing here in a wedding dress?
So, actually, we have decided to get married.
You Sly bastard. You what?
I'm not so young anymore, you know? I figured it's time to finally settle down.
What? You are getting married? No way. I don't believe it. Besides, why would someone as well put together as her choose someone as flaky as Larry? No! Not the Larry slander is real. You're kidding, right?
Jealous? I don't blame ya, but green's really not your color, you know.
Alright, Larry. Lay it on me. You're getting married? In all seriousness, Larry, are you really getting married?
Not right away, but that's the plan. We're gonna elope, see, like, love on the run, I guess you could say. Isn't that right, Ellie?
Uy.
Larry, I do believe there's been a major misunderstanding here. My heart already belongs to another. Eh? I'm in love with Sorin. Not you! Say what?
That's about what I thought.
But Ellie, baby, weren't you running away with me so we could get married? As I said, you misunderstand. You said you would help me escape. That's the only reason I ran away with you. This is not happening. I mean, shook off the police for you, and for what? That's it. If we can be together, my life is over. I'm gonna end it all.
Wait, back up. Did you say shook off the police? Larry, ¿a quién has secuestrado?
Yes, we had to, because we are lovers on the lam.
Sorry, Miss Wyatt, but can you maybe fill me in on what's going on?
To tell the truth, I'm being pursued by the police as a murder suspect.
Murder? They think you killed somebody?
I happened to find a dead body at my reception, so the suspicion fell onto me. They had me confined in a separate room. And that's when Larry came along and helped me escape.
Yeah, quite a story there. Cuanto menos unos sucesos, literal. I'm sorry, but what?
Oh, Nick! Me and Ellie were going to elope. We were gonna put it all on the line for true love. But the police tried to stop us, so we had to scramble to shake him off. Where did it all go wrong?
Larry, you fucker. I feel a migraine coming on. Me too, Phoenix. Me too.
Please, help me. The police are sure to be intensifying their search. Look, it's even on TV.
More news on the murder suspect and an identified man on the run from the police. A photo of the suspect, Miss Ellen Wyatt, has just been released by the police. Sources say that the 21-year-old is suspected of clubbing the victim. 21-year-old? Wow, she's young. ¿Cuál de todos los crímenes tenemos que tratar? Sí. 25-year-old Dumas Bloomsbury. Uy, un segundo, gente, ahora vuelvo. Y yo, hola, License, welcome in. ¿Dónde están mis jotos de confianza? A ver, te cuento. Ha venido Larry a la oficina, se ha traído a una chica de 21 años en un traje de boda. A la chica se la acusa de asesinato y creo que cree que hay viaje en el tiempo. Oye, Twitch de los cojones, que eso de ponerme anuncios estando sub. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué? ¿Ah? Eso no está bien. Twitch no, ¿eh? Do not give my viewers a fucking ad when they are subscribed. Bueno, estafado y sound, literal. 25-year-old Dumas Gloomsbury. To death in the wedding reception hall after her banquet. The two fugitives are said to be highly agitated and dangerous. If you see them... You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, brother.
Yo que sé, el móvil, sí.
I guess this means we're technically harboring a pair of fugitives here, huh? Oh, Nick, what's a guy to do? At least dump me hardcore.
I'm the one who should be crying. Larry. I haven't seen you in ages. Where have you been all this time?
You mean you don't know? You've really gotta stop living under a rock and get on more. I'm the hippest, hottest picture book author in the business. Loris Duke's name.
No metan en sus crímenes demasiado tarde. Too late. Puto calvo de Amazon, literal. Ah, so the Loris part of the final case in the third game is stuck.
I can't believe you didn't know that I'm taking the picture book world by storm. Oh, but I know you. You're the one who wrote Francis Whippity Whip Trip, right?
Franziska von Karma mentioned? Hold up, Franziska? Mentioned in an Ace Attorney game that is not number 2 or 3? Now that you mention it, I think I did hear something about the one-hit wonder.
One-hit wonder? What the heck, Nick? I'll have you know I just created a brand new character to moderate acclaim. He's mildly popular with 18 to 24-year-old women everywhere.
Ñam ñam migajas, literal.
Look, you can see his cute self all over this jacket.
What? That heart-shaped pork chop?
He's not a pork chop. He's the main character of my latest picture book. A lovable little soul who pierces the hearts of lovers with his arrows of amore. Cupiglet.
Oh no.
And you can see this adorable fellow makes his debut in... Cupiglet's Lovey-Dovey Lark. In stores now.
Are you sure? Because I've never seen that book in stores, now or never.
Well, if you ever do see it, do me a favor and buy a copy or 10, will ya?
But I thought you were taking the picture book world by storm.
Anywho, you will defend Ellie in court, right, buddy? Please, I'm begging you. I didn't murder anyone. I swear I'm as clean and pure as this pure white dress.
No Psychilox. I guess that means she's telling the truth. Es el sangre de Japanifornia, literal. But helping a fugitive on the run? What am I getting myself into?
There's actually one more thing I really need to tell you.
Oh?
You might find this hard to believe, but the truth is, I'm a time traveler.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
After the wedding reception, I was attacked. I was moments away from my death. But then, in that instant, I made a wish upon this pendant around my neck. And I went back in time to just before the reception started. Only, this time around, the man who was trying to kill me was already dead. And, somehow, I became the suspect for his murder. It's as if history had been rewritten.
No, wait just a minute here. I don't understand. Are you saying that... What's going on?
Mr. Wright, there are police cars outside. And not just one or two, but a whole bunch.
Oh, Trucy va a ser a la cárcel. Trucy is going to jail. Como se entere Layton de esto, le da un parraque, literal. No, yeah, everything is very logic and sounding. Well, we're going to jail, everyone.
Daddy! A whole squad of officers has the building surrounded.
What? This is the police! There is no escape! Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up!
Nick, what do we do?
Heck if I know.
I see a bunch of armed officers out there. 1, 2, 3... 44, 45, wow! Talk about overkill.
Halo bebé, pero no halo de ola, sino halo de corona. Y no bebé de niño, sino bebé de que bebas agua porque, oh, aquí sabía un huevo el agua. Hola, Víctor, voy a ver algo por ti. La otra opción es que alguien haya trickeado un fantasma. Yeah, maybe there were some ghost tricks shenanigans going on there. Oh my god, the ghost trick? In Ace Attorney? No way. Trucy! Trucy, bring out your magic panties. We need them to disappear. Trucy, usa tu truco mágico para hacer desaparecer a la policía. Oh no. Como los gatos, literal. Un segundo, chat. Se me ha roto la botella. Okay, chat, give me like a second. I think my bottle broke down. Ay. Mejor, much better. Rip botella, joder, está nueva encima.
Oh, talk about overkill.
Listen here, you criminals. Think about what you're putting your poor parents through. I'm sure this isn't how they raised you. Think about their smiling faces and their warm, home-cooked meals. Ugh, who the heck are you, a detective? Now hold on there. Hey, you can't go in there, it's too dangerous. Wait!
Is everyone okay in here, Mr. Wright? Yay, Emma!
Emma?
I'm sorry for all the commotion.
So what in the world is going on?
Well, I raced on over as soon as I heard that it was Mr. Butts who had holed himself up in here. With the murder suspect after he made off with her. How did you know Larry? Larry didn't appear in episode 5 of... Did he? I don't think so.
In the fleet of patrol cars?
The police are being extra careful. Because apparently, a certain somebody yelled out, "Stay back! I have a bomb!" I'm sure you can guess who I'm talking about.
Well, the police were being so persistent, I had to do something. So I tried bluffing. You know, like you do in court, Nick.
Emma lo sabe todo, no cuestiones, literal. Larry, what the fuck?
Please leave me out of this.
Well, Mr. Wright, I'm bringing this young lady in for questioning. So if you want to talk with her, you will have to do it down at the detention center. Bye.
I suppose I should thank you for your thoughtful gift of trouble and mayhem, Larry.
Come on, Nick. We gotta get down to the detention center right away.
Listen, Larry, shut the fuck up. I haven't even decided whether I'm going to take on this case or not.
But I know you will, cause it's you. Guess I've got no choice but to tag along and help then. What? It's keep it on me. You've only just started practicing your repertoire, you know.
Ooh, Trucy Angie.
Huh?
You better stay and practice with Trucy, Athena. A promise is a promise after all.
Let's go, boss. You gotta get me out of this. I can't take it anymore. Let's get practicing, Athena. Next up is some training for the water tank escape trick. Stick your head in this bucket of water and hold your breath for 15 minutes. Beep! No! Stop! I'm begging you!
And that's how Athena exited the story.
Ah! She's getting away! You get back here, Athena!
Goodbye!
I guess the only person allowed to be Trucy's assistant is Apollo. Well, guess we'd better get to the detention center and ask Miss Wyatt some questions. Especially about that whole time-traveling business she was talking about.
Jesus. Examine? Ooh, that's new.
Maybe I should tidy this place up every once in a while. Still, I bet we're going to use all this stuff sometime soon anyway. So it's probably just better to just leave things where they are.
Ooh.
I haven't played this old thing in a long time. Not that I could ever play to begin with. And considering all the complaints I would get, I guess I'd better just continue not to play it. I bet we're the only office in existence that uses magic props as furniture. At this rate, Trucy's props are going to wind up taking over the whole office. I mean, they are already halfway there. So true.
Charlie.
Charlie looks as lashed and green as ever. Thanks to Athena taking such good care of him. I guess I should pitch in every once in a while too, huh? Apollo's jacket, Athena's notes, and Trucy's magic props.
Not that I'm complaining. It's nice to know my friends and family are always close by. Aw, Phoenix. You softie. This office might look messy, but at least I keep all of my clients' personal info safe under lock and key. That's what a successful man does, right? Puts his efforts where they count. Alright. Detention Center. September 21st. Do you remember? The detention center in September. Sorry.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright.
Miss Wyatt, would you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Nick is gonna defend you, Ellie. Isn't that right?
Larry, I told you I haven't decided yet.
What?
Uy.
Uy. You're not going to take my case?
Girl, put down the pan. How do you get that? How did you get that inside of the detention center? How did they not confiscate the frying pan from you? Bonk.
Ah, I'm never gonna be happy.
Oh god, the new crying reaction pic. Miss Wyatt, what the? Did I do something wrong?
Ah,
What the fuck? Miss Wyatt, please calm down.
I'm innocent, I tell you. But the police won't believe me. And neither will anyone else. I'm gonna die all alone in a jail cell.
Alright, I'll do it. I'll take your case, just please stop crying.
Really? You will?
The fact that Larry was the one who brought you to me had me a little worried, but you don't seem like a killer to me. Huelga, digo. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Por Dios, no puedo. I can't.
Thanks, Nick. I knew you would come through.
Did I really have a choice?
I guess not. Ito, ble.
In any case, it doesn't seem like Miss Wyatt killed anybody. Plus, it's not like I'm up to my ears in work at the moment. Miss Wyatt, Ellen, let's do this together.
Ah! Oh, thank you, Mr. Wright.
Ay, poor girl. Hello, how is the case going? Hey, la Yaya. Pues acabamos de ir a ver a esta señora al esto de detenidos. Esta señora es más joven que yo. Me siento muy viejo. This suspect is is younger than me. I feel old. Buenísima intro, increíble. Y se va a casar. There, it's going to be okay. Now try to pull yourself together. ¿Cómo le han dejado tener una sartén dentro de la comisaría? Dios mío, tú le das la Yaya, ¿cómo estás?
All right. Just give me a moment.
Ay, no. There she is.
I'm truly grateful for you to you for taking on my defense, Mr. Wright.
Sure, no problem. Wow, she literally pulled herself together. Se va a deshidratar. She's going to dehydrate, yes. Suspicion of murder. Ellen, please tell me everything you can about the incident.
All right. It happened after the wedding reception. I was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury.
Wasn't Gloomsbury the name of the victim in that news report? Maybe I should listen to what she has to say first, though, before I start asking questions.
How dare that guy lay a hand on somebody else's blessing ride? What a creep!
That's rich coming from you. Pobre Larry, no puede escapar del slander. Do you have any idea why he would attack you?
No, but...
But what?
Well, to tell the truth, Mr. Gloomsbury didn't seem very happy about me getting married. It's jealous, Matt. What a loser. Larry, cállate. Shut the fuck up, Larry. Mr. Gloomsbury had forced me onto the Vista deck and was going to push me off. Oh, how frightening it all was. I was just about to lose my life on what should have been the happiest day of my life.
Lo de Larry es increíble. La muerte de personaje que le han hecho el pobre. The character death that Larry has suffered is... Uff. Larry neta dado vela en este entierro. A ver, técnicamente él secuestró a esta chica antes de que la policía la deteniera, así que... Upsis.
So that's why I made a wish upon this pendant.
The Triforce, I see. That pendant?
Yes, it was a gift from my husband to be, Sorin. He said it's a symbol of our love.
And so you made a wish on it.
Now, you may think what I'm about to say is very strange, but... I beg the pendant. Please, take me back. Back to that blissful moment.
¿Soren? No, Sorin.
And do you know what? It worked. It brought me back to just before the reception started.
So that's the time-traveling thing you mentioned back at my office? I'm sorry, but I have to say it's pretty unbelievable.
Unbelievable!
Not again.
I knew you'd never believe me.
Ahora vuelve en el tiempo de nuevo, sí. She just goes back in time again.
Nick! Ellie here is an honest-to-goodness time traveler.
Objection? Okay, Larry objection pose. I didn't expect to see that coming along.
Don't you believe in your own client? The magic of that pendant sent her back in time before the creep could kill her.
Ahaha. Sure, Larry, sure.
But it's really true, I tell you. This pendant is an important part of the time machine Sorin made. I begged it for help and it really did send me back in time.
Is she listening to herself?
I even experienced the reception again, even though we had already held it once before. And during it, everyone there acted as if nothing unusual was happening at all.
What is this cooking? What is she cooking? Could you not cook while we're talking, please? No, Phoenix. Let her cook. Let her cook. She really is cooking. Let her cook. Alright, so when and how did you become when and how did you come under suspicion for murder?
Well, after the reception ended, the second reception, I mean, I went back to the reception hall and started cleaning up the place by myself.
Hold on. Cleaning? Why were you cleaning on your own wedding day?
For my last task as a servant of the Sprocket household, I offered to take on the preparation and cleanup of the reception banquet.
I see.
I started to move one of the decorative lanterns in the room, but it was so heavy I lost control of it, causing it to topple over and break open. That's when I saw Mr. Gloomsbury's dead body inside the lantern.
So, you simply happened to be the first to discover the body, right?
That's right. I just came across it by accident. But I became confused and didn't know what to do. That's when some of my in-laws saw me and jumped to the conclusion that I had killed him.
So, this Gloomsbury guy tried to kill Ellen, but then wound up dead himself after Ellen traveled back in time? A time machine and a magic pendant. How could any of this be possible? No, sí, Fénix, ¿cómo podría ser posible en un mundo en el que puedes ver los corazones de la gente, percibir sus movimientos inexactos, escuchar las emociones, una piscina mágica que te enseña los momentos antes de la muerte de la gente? Nah. Yeah, time travel is impossible, but we have magical psychologs, ultra specific perception, emotional hearing, the fucking pool of souls. I mean, Phoenix. At this point, I believe anything. Really.
Ellie, why don't you tell Nick about that other thing too? About that shadowy figure you saw when you were being attacked. Oh. Yes, good idea, Larry.
The shadowy figure. Okay, first the winning. Nah, el viaje en el tiempo es raro, claro, porque es tecnología, ¿eh? No, lo espiritual bien, pero la tecnología, el Fénix no la lleva tan al día. ¿Te imaginas? So, you and Larry here were never planning on getting married, right? Explica eso, ¿eh? Física, cállate. I will explain it. Don't worry, I am a physicist. I can explain time travel. There are 14 different theories as to time travel. One of them... Ay, Dios mío. Dios, pero qué guapa que es la chica, Dios mío.
That's right. I've only had a few brief interactions, so I can't say I know him at all. Oh, really? How can you say that? You and me are bound by fate, I'm telling ya. We're meant to be together.
Larry,
What?
yo te lo advertí. Lo sé, Mark, lo sé.
You're wrong, Larry. I've never been so right, baby. It's as plain as the goatee on my chin.
Larry, don't make me send you to timeout. No, Phoenix, do it. Now, can you tell me about the groom, Ellen? What's he like? Girl, how? Okay, where did you get all of this stuff from? ¿Cuántas novias ha tenido ya? No lo sé. Mírame a preguntar. No, a ver, la primera del todo sí que fue real.
His name is Sorin Sprocket.
Pero ¿quién le da los utensilios domésticos a esta señora? Literal.
Oh, he's the most wonderful man. He is truly my destiny.
Did you say Sorin Sprocket? As in...
That's right. The next president of Sprocket Aviation.
Wait, he's in line to take over the company?
He's nothing but a rich spoiled brat. I'm clearly the better choice. Clearly.
Larry, calladito estás más guapo. Larry, if you shut your fucking mouth, you are prettier, trust me.
Larry, you and Sorin are as different as night and day. There is no comparison. Ellie, you're breaking my achy breaky heart.
So she's marrying into money, huh?
I can't believe Sorin chose me, a simple house servant. He's my knight in shining armor. My prince. Oh, my Sorin.
The shadowy figure. So what's this shadowy figure you saw, Ellen?
It was when Mr. Gloomsbury was attacking me. Right after I made a wish upon this pendant, I started to pass out. But just then, as I lost consciousness, I saw somebody strike Mr. Gloomsbury from behind.
You did? Then that person must be the true culprit. Did you see who it was?
I'm afraid not.
Have you told anybody else about this?
I told some of my in-laws, but nobody took me seriously. They said it was all just a dream.
I can't exactly say I blame them. I mean, time travel. Larry, for my peace of mind, please tell me that figure wasn't you.
Of course it wasn't.
Knight in shiny armor? Red like Rose's part 2 references? Mark, no todo es White Rose. Lo siento, sé que te gusta mucho White Rose, pero no todo es White Rose. I guess I have asked her all I can for now.
Speak and span.
Ellen, what are you doing?
I want to make everything clean and beautiful for when Sorin comes. I can't have my future hubby come into a dirty room now, can I?
Todo es White Rose, debatible.
It has to be spotless, just like this white dress. Speak and span.
Miedo me da como sea el marido. I fear for the husband. White Rose, ¿qué es White Rose? Es el nombre de un ship de una serie que nos gusta.
Nick, we better get to the crime scene right away.
What? You're coming too?
Of course I am. If I solve the crime and reveal the true killer with my super sleuthing skills, Ellie might change her mind about me, you know?
You never get the message, do you, Larry?
Next up, the morning dock in Sprocket Park. Come on, Nick, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh,
What's wrong?
I just remembered our reception. We're supposed to be so happy together. Oh, where did it go wrong?
I can't blame her for being upset.
Why did this have to happen to me? pobrecilla.
Ellen, please try to calm down, okay?
Alright.
Pobrecilla. Also, tiene muchísimas animaciones esta señora. She has a lot of animations. Wait, did her eye just pop back into place? Well, she stopped crying, but how can I ask her about anything when she's still so clearly distraught? Vale. Creo que el ojo derecho como que se le ha posicionado un poco más arriba antes en la animación. En el cambio de frame. Zeppelin, yes. September 21st, Sprocket Park, Mooring Dock. So, this is Sprocket Park. But where's the reception hall?
The reception hall. Oh, that's... Wow, looky there.
What? What is it?
I just spotted me a cute mamacita. Don't wait up, Nick.
Hold on, where's the reception hall?
Sorry, Nick. A man's gotta stop and smell the roses when they appear. I am an artist, after all.
Larry, shut the fuck up.
Oh, miss. Yoo-hoo.
Oh no. Ugh. I thought he was going to take me to the crime scene. Ah well, I'm sure he will come streaking back when he inevitably gets rejected. I'll just take a quick look around until then. Larry es el clip de Snapcube de I need female validation all the time. So this bench hit that sign, huh? Ya verás, si os gusta la temática de Steampunk, os va a gustar este caso. Uy, eso me flipa. Esa es mi mierda. Esa temática es mi mierda. Me encanta. Hopefully it didn't hit a person too. That would be a catastrophe. I guess from now on, whenever I'm walking around outside, I'll better be on the lookout for unidentified flying furniture too. Unidentified flying furniture. Amazing. Roses. Wow, that airship is huge. That's not what I was pointing to, Phoenix. Oops, didn't mean to say that out loud. I've only ever seen airships like this up in the sky. But I've gotta say, they're mighty impressive when you can see them up close like this. Entiendo que esta historia es post la historia principal de Spirit of Justice, porque Apollo no existe. Since Apollo is not here, I guess that he's just in Kurine right now. At Kurine. Wow, that huge airship is more to just this skinny little tower. I know it's tied down and all, but it still looks like a good breeze could send it flying. ¿Roses? No, pero no son blancas. They're not white roses. Doggy. Okay. Wow, this thing's really banked up. You looking at the sign? They say it got damaged by heavy winds yesterday. A big gust sent that bench flying into it. Well, that's what they're saying anyway. I see. The wind caused that? More like a tornado. The repair guy was saying, don't touch. It's dangerous. I see. Thanks for the heads up. Poor guy. Looks like it was a lot of work.
Hey, sorry about that.
I actually thought you would be back sooner. Didn't work out, huh?
Lay off, man. I wasn't on my game today.
So, now that you're done, mind telling me where the reception hall is already?
What do you mean? It's right there in front of you.
Huh? Right in front of... Wait, what's that say? Flying chapel? Do you mean to tell me...
Yep. Ellie's reception was on that airship.
Whoa, a Skyhard reception hall.
Yep, and that's where you will find the crime scene. And not only does that airship fly through the sky, but the space-time continuum too.
But the happy couple's honeymoon got left far behind when it made that time skip though.
Yeah, check the airship out for yourself with this pamphlet. I cannot speak.
No puedo hablar con la voz de Larry, es horrible. It includes a brief introduction and diagram of its layout.
By the way, I figured you could use some backup, so I called in some help for you.
You did?
Yep. Should be here any minute now.
Guess who's back? Back again. He is back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? That red sports car. Larry, don't tell me you called.
You know it, buddy.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
I trust you being well, right?
¡Ah, coño! Creía que era Edgeworth. I thought it was Edgeworth.
Surprise! Now admit it. That was a pretty good Mr. Edgeworth impression, wasn't it?
Ah, okay. Vale. It was a Mr. Edgeworth impression, so it kind of works.
Maya, what are you doing here?
Larry called me up. He said something about it finally being time for him to tie the old knot. But that's funny. I'm pretty sure he mentioned something about being here with his bride. Maya, I know this is sudden, but please marry me.
No. Maya did no. Say no.
Nick, what's Larry talking about?
Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
He was dumped like his bride.
Well, by his imaginary bride anyway.
Wow, poor Larry.
That's a new low even for him. Ay, Maya.
But hey, marrying girlfriends never hurt anyone, right? More power to him.
This is Maya Fey.
She's been abroad for her training as a spirit medium. But now that her training is over, she's back home here in the States. Tip, este es post Spirit of Justice. This is post story.
That's right. The new and improved Maya Fey is on the scene. Spirit and girl power at the ready.
Larry, Maya es lesbiana. Y un poco Arois también, yo creo.
Look at you, Maya. All grown up and as cute as ever. Ooh, you know what? I just realized something. If I ever got married, I would miss out on all the fun of always meeting somebody new. I see you haven't changed a bit, Larry.
Hello, my husband.
Edgeworth, I figured that car belonged to you. But when did you become Maya's chauffeur?
It's nothing like that. I just happened to run into her on a route and picked her up. And by run into her, I mean she jumped out in front of my car. I nearly ran her down.
Maya, stop causing accidents. Maya está quietecita, por favor.
This is Miles Edgeworth. He's a friend of mine and the district's chief prosecutor. I heard he's been busy lately. So what brings you here? Wait, don't tell me Larry called you up too.
He did. However, I have business of my own here at the crime scene.
Business? What kind of business?
The incident.
You know, there was this Indian kid that came to our school, but then they got him.
Who?
Yeah, he made some good lunches as well.
Edgeworth, what the fuck?
Quote unquote, quote unquote, quote unquote, friend, quote unquote, quote unquote, quote unquote.
Just so you know, right? I am the lead prosecutor on this case.
What? You?
Yes. The peers will be standing on opposite ends of the battlefield this time around.
So, I'll be up against Edgeworth tomorrow.
Oh, no es Nayuta. It's not Nayuta. Sad.
But I don't get it, Edgeworth. What about this case warrants the personal attention of the district's chief prosecutor?
It's a bit complicated to say the least.
In what way?
The groom is a member of the Sprockets, a family with immense influence. If his bride were to stand trial in court, it would sully the Sprocket name. So they tried to apply some pressure on the prosecutor's office.
Pressure to settle it amicably, right?
What do you mean, settle it amicably?
It means that they're trying to sweep this whole thing under the rug.
Wow! Sprocket Aviation really has that much clout?
Gen Z Maya never changed. RIP F. ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Ah? ¿Qué me he perdido? Ah, ya, porque vamos a perder contra Edgeworth, es verdad, sí. Also no Nayuta, F. I wanted to see Mark go crazy against him again. Quería ver a Mark enfadado contra Nayuta otra vez. Triste.
Yes, they have especially strong ties in both the political and the judicial worlds. To the point where no one dares to oppose them.
Don't tell me that includes you.
That'd be ridiculous, right? It's quite the opposite. The prosecutor's office is filled with cowards, as I found out. Every last one of my subordinates was loath to prosecute a Sprocket. So that's why you decided to take on the case yourself, right? That's right. I will personally see to it that justice is served. I always persecute to the utmost of my abilities, regardless of who I'm up against.
Pero bueno, a ver, algo de razón tiene. Entonces, ¿es la primera vez que tendremos ventaja en el juicio? No, creo que Edgeworth no nos va a dar ventaja. I don't think Edgeworth is going to give us any advantage.
For that is a part of my creed. Nothing and no one can sway me from that. Not even the almighty sprockets.
Right.
If they think that they can use their influence to bend the truth, they've another thing coming.
You know, I almost feel sorry for them. They were only trying to protect their interests. But all they got instead was you. Phoenix.
Edgy, come on, man. How can you persecute my poor sweet Ellie? What kind of heartless jerk are you? Heh, I'm simply doing my job. And I'm warning you, right? I won't hold back. Not for you or anyone else.
He's not holding back, chat. They are going to kiss in the courtroom. Thanks for the warning, your righteousness. Edgeworth. So, how's it going, Mr. Chief Prosecutor? Busy as always, I presume.
Of course. Unlike somebody who has too few clients and too much time on his hands.
Huh. Guess that explains why your brow is more furrowed than the last time I saw you. Maybe you should learn to relax a little, Edgeworth.
Nice try, right? But, as always, I have no intention of showing anyone any mercy. Including you.
As inflexible as ever, I see.
Besides, I think I have mellowed out a bit with age. So if anything, those furrows should have smoothed out a little as well.
Honestly, Edgeworth, are you really that blind to yourself?
Excuse me? He's really self-conscious about those lines, isn't he?
Edgeworth, about this incident.
Don't forget, right? I'm the prosecutor for this case. Need I remind you that I'm not in the habit of sharing information with my adversaries.
No, I guess we are adversaries for now. Adversaries in the court, partners in the bedroom.
And you, Larry. Me? I would like you to come with me. And you have a lot to answer for after that little stunt you pulled with the suspect. But Edgy, we're all pals, aren't we? Personal appeals won't work on me, Larry. Now, come along. Wow, Nick, help me out here.
Goodbye, Larry. Guess who's gone? Gone again. Edgeworth's gone. Tell a friend.
Is it just me, or is Mr. Edgeworth as relentless as ever?
Yeah, I guess some things never change. So much for mellowing out. Brum brum, literal.
Well, Nick, we'd better hop onto it too.
Up to what?
Investigating the crime scene, of course. What else?
Maya and Phoenix back together again?
It's been a long time since you and I teamed up like this. This is going to be fun.
Fun, huh? It has been a long time though, since we were last together like this. Alright, to the crime scene then.
Yeah, and away we go.
Let's go! Maya is back with Phoenix. I love that. It's a bit of fan servicey, but I like it. Ooh. Steampunk. September 21st. Flying Chapel. Reception Hall. Lo que sea sobre un viaje en el tiempo y se juntan todos los personajes de la primera trilogía. Literal. The fact that it's a time travel case and everyone from the original trilogy is coming together. That's great. I love that. It feels a little bit pushy because this is supposed to be Apollo's game again, but whatever. Poor Apollo is working in Corrine. September 21st, Flying Chapel. Yeah, reception hall. So this is the reception hall.
According to the pamphlet, we're right here.
Yikes, we're pretty high up. But at least we're indoors, so it doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, look, Nick, it's Emma. Hey, Emma, over here.
It's alright, Maya. Does this mean you have taken the case? Yeah, that's how things kinda turned out. Falta Gamshoot. Sí, pobre Gamshoot. Es que está Emma porque, porque ya tienen el modelo para el juego, pero Yeah, they have Emma instead of Gamshu because they already made the model of Emma. But, I miss my Gamshu, man.
So, do you mind if we take a look around?
Be my guest. We have pretty much wrapped up our investigation, so go right ahead.
That was a good chance to find out more about the case from Emma, too. What happened?
It's worth when tell us anything about this case.
So, do you think you could give us a rundown?
Well, seeing as he's going to be prosecuted, I would expect him to be tight-lipped about it. The incident occurred yesterday, on September 20th. It happened after the wedding reception, which lasted from 7 PM to 10 PM.
7 PM to 10 PM, huh?
Got it.
By the way, you didn't hear about any time traveling or anything, did you?
Time traveling? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Forget it. That's pretty much the response I expected.
The victim's name is Thomas Gloomsbury. He was a servant in the Sprocket family household.
Ellen was a maid for that family as well. So that means the two of them were co-workers?
Yes, they apparently knew each other. Mr. Gloomsbury was the lead servant after all. He was very serious about his work, but he was also a very close and private man. So the other servants called him Mr. Doom and Gloom, behind his back. No, Mr. Doom and Gloom.
If he was the lead servant, he must have been higher ranked than Ellen. What makes the police think Ellen killed this man, a guy who was essentially her boss?
We don't know the defendant's motive yet, but the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the body don't bode well for her.
And what circumstances are these exactly?
Well, some of her in-laws saw what looked like the immediate aftermath of the murder. The suspect was standing in front of the body with a murder weapon still in her hands.
But why would a bride, who was just about to start a happy new life, kill someone? Do the police have an explanation for that?
Yeah, about that. They believe the victim attacked the suspect and was killed after when she fought back.
But why did he attack her to begin with?
Okay, can't they just plead self-defense in that case? ¿No pueden decir que fue defensa propia y bajar la sentencia en ese caso? Well, a mere servant girl was going to suddenly be the wife of the future president. Mr. Gloomsbury must have been more than just a little jealous of her.
So, this Mr. Doom and Gloom attacked Miss Ellen first. But if she was only trying to protect herself, wouldn't that count as justified self-defense on her part, Nick?
Yeah, thank you, Maya.
It would. There's a good chance he would be acquitted if we could prove that, but I wonder what Edgeworth will have up his sleeve to counter that claim.
But wow, a servant girl marrying the future president of such a huge company.
Eso es un dilema que apareció en el primer juego, sí, es verdad.
It sounds like a modern day fairy tale.
It does, doesn't it? The thing is, not everyone was on board with their union, apparently.
Ooh.
Okay, the murder weapon.
So what was the murder weapon, Emma?
It's clock with a secret mechanism built into it. It was on display here in the reception hall.
Ooh, the time machine.
The suspect was holding it when the murder was discovered.
So the victim was clapped to death with this, huh? But that's funny, there's no blood on it as far as I can tell.
Maybe it was wiped out off in an attempt to tamper with the evidence. But there was definitely a luminal reaction. And it matches up with the shape of the injury, so it's gotta be the murder weapon.
What a funny looking clock.
Someone call Layton. I call it the timekeeper. The idea is that it's a time machine. Every time the couple sees it, it will bring them back to the memory of their wedding day.
A time machine, huh? Come to think of it, Ellen said her pendant was a part of a time machine. I wonder how the secret mechanism in this thing works.
I wanna see. No, no me deja usarlo. I want to see, I want to examine it. Quiero examinarlo. The suspect never had any family or relatives to depend on. So, she was working as a life-in maid. Life-in maid for the Sprocket family to support herself.
So, a maid with no family or fortune was said to marry the president's son, huh? I guess it's not surprising that roughly a feather or two.
Yes. Apparently, the groom's parents and all of his other relatives were strongly opposed. But that didn't stop the young couple from deciding to go ahead with their wedding.
Love flourishes in the face of adversity.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yep. If you ever have any questions about love, just ask me. I'm a qualified expert.
Maya, since when? Maya, since when?
I spend all of my spare time in Korea and watching soap operas on TV.
Of course. I'm not sure that's enough to make you a qualified anything, Maya. Oh, and by the way, I heard the suspect faced her fair share of harassment too. And from the sound of it, it got pretty ugly for her. So, even though this incident could cause a huge scandal for the company, it might be a boon for those who oppose their marriage to begin with. After all, with Ellen's arrest and everything, the marriage is most definitely off now. Hold up. I want to present this. No. Snackus, of course. No. So you're sure this is the murder weapon in this case? Positive. The shape of the victim's injuries and the shape of this clock are a perfect match. I see. I dare say that if somebody were to get knocked over the head with this thing, it's more likely to cut off their future than to send them to the past. I can't disagree with you there. Emma, that's not very polite of you to say about the victim. Emma, jaja, me voy a reír de la víctima. Ooh. Alright. So that's the Vista deck out there.
I bet the view is amazing. But I guess it must also kind of freak you out, huh, Nick?
Yeah, kind of. Mostly because there's no surviving a fall from way up here. Roses? This is the sweetheart table where the bride and groom sit.
Where they gorge themselves on the wedding feast, you mean? I would be too nervous to eat in front of a bunch of guests like this, though.
They say that newlyweds are usually really busy during the reception, you know. They have to greet and talk with all the guests that came in to give their blessings. Roses? White roses? Yes. Maybe. I mean, there are some white roses among the bouquets. They don't actually get all that much time to enjoy their dinner.
Aww, I won't be able to stand that.
Autistic Maya?
I can't imagine having a huge feast right in front of me and not being able to eat it.
They say brides tend to have an especially hard time because of their wedding dresses. With those tight corsets squeezing their waists, they can barely eat a bite.
Really? It sounds like wedding receptions are absolute torture.
I guess food still wins out over romance in Maya's book. Yep. This must be where the time machine was placed.
I can't believe that such a beautiful memento was used for murder. It's just awful. Nick, we have to prove Ellen's innocence, no matter what it takes.
I agree. We can't let this go down as the saddest flying wedding reception in history. The saddest flying wedding reception. I think that does it for this area. Okay, you. Ah, that's where the body was hiding. This must be the lantern that body. The body was found in. Ellen managed to move it quite a ways. It looks like a cow, but it's pretty badly broken.
That's not a cow, Nick. That's Pegasus, the flying horse.
No way, it's definitely a cow. It's got horns and everything.
But look, it has wings. Cows don't have wings. So it's Pegasus, I tell you. Oh, I know. That pamphlet should tell us. Let's see. Apparently it's called a Pegamu.
I did not see that coming.
Yet somehow their name really captures the essence of what this creature is, you know? Huh. That's strange.
What is? Ladders and step ladders. For looking into the true nature of ladders and step ladders. Manda un logro. Manda un logo del chiste. Manda un logo por mirar todos los chistes de escaleras en los juegos. Increíble. They gave me an achievement for checking all of the ladder and step ladder jokes in the game. In the 3 games. Yo iba a hacer el chiste. El juego ya lo ha hecho por nosotros.
What is?
Well, this Pegamoo is definitely a male Pegabull, right?
Yeah, I would say so. What with the horns and all.
Okay, well... That Pegamoo over there is also a Pegabull. But take a look at the pamphlet. See? The one on the right says Pegabull, but...
The other one says Pega Cow, a female Pegamoo.
Right. The pamphlet goes on to say how they have Pegamoos for the happy couple.
Two of them. So for Ellen's ceremony, there should have been a male and female pair of Pegamoos. Dios, se pasó el juego literal.
But for some reason, there are two males here.
Maybe somebody made a mistake when they were setting up the room. Yeah, they wanted a gay couple to be wed.
It's hard to believe a fancy place like this would make that kind of blunder though.
Nah, es que querían dos novios, pero claro.
In any case, we'd better check this thing out.
Alright, so first of all, you. Did this come from the lantern?
Eek, it's covered in blood.
Maybe it got on there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern.
Can you imagine going to open his door and finding the knob covered with blood?
That would be bloody awful to say the least.
Hey, what's this?
Ooh.
Ooh, let me take a look.
Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the Vista deck. Ooh.
Grab it when convenient, then send her off from the Vista deck.
It looks like a note outlining the murder plot.
Whoever wrote it has better handwriting than me, but it looks like they wrote it in a rush.
And why do you say that?
Because the writing is only smudged starting from the middle of each line. That happens when a right-handed person with a slight hook writes in a hurry. I do it sometimes myself when I'm not paying attention to where my hand is on the page.
Guess I'll take your word on that, Miss Bad Handwriting Expert.
Hey, even I don't smudge my handwriting this badly.
Alright. La homosexualidad corre, pero este juego es más rápido, literal. Por desgracia.
Let's get back to the note.
That note was apparently written by the victim.
But why would he feel the need to write instructions to himself like this? Are you sure the victim wrote it?
I sometimes write a note to myself before I go shopping. Potatoes, carrots, onions, flour.
Maya, are you craving curry rice or something?
Oops.
So, Emma, where's this Vista deck the note mentions?
It's not heliport you see right outside the window over there.
Oops. Ah, esto. Bleh.
So he'd planned on pushing Ellen off from there. What a monster.
Gloomsbury note added to the court record.
So this is where the body was found. And the first person to find it was Ellen.
Okay, if she was quote-unquote pushing the lantern, why was he also holding the time machine? Si estaba empujando la lámpara, ¿por qué tenía en las manos también la máquina?
Emma, what can you tell me about the condition of the body when it was found?
Hydration. Thank you, Mark. Wow, we are already 1 hour in. Llevamos una hora de directo. Increíble cómo pasa el tiempo. It's funny how time flies. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, guiño, guiño, codo, codo. Tiempo. Viajes en el tiempo, jaja. Let's see. The victim was apparently hit on the back of the head. Here is the photo of the scene as we found it. Maybe he was left-handed? Jaja, risas enlatadas. Was he left-handed though? The victim's body was found collapsed inside of the Pegabull lanterns. Scattered around his body were flower petals, a note, and broken parts of the lantern. The petals were from flowers not found inside the reception hall. Ooh. I see.
What do you think this is, Maya?
It looks like a flower petal to me.
What an unusual shape for a flower petal.
El que escribió la nota seguro que sí, literal.
Do you suppose it's from one of the flowers here in the reception hall?
No, I don't see a single flower like this at any of the tables. I wonder where it came from.
I guess the table does it for this lantern. No, Phoenix. Phoenix, no. No, Phoenix, tonto. Shut up. Ok. No. Quería investigar las bombillas. I wanted to check the light bulbs, but nope. Apparently the game says no.
Wow, look at the horns on this flying bovine. He must be able. It seems he made it through the ceremony in one piece.
By the look of those wheels, I bet he can be rolled around rather easily too.
Yeah, I bet it would be quite a hassle if you had to lift and carry him everywhere. And this is what the backside looks like.
What is that by the bottom of his tail? A wheel handle?
Ooh. Oh, I get it. This way they can get inside it to change the light bulbs.
I see they left the wheel handle on the inside unpainted.
I guess they figured nobody will see it, so why bother? It makes sense to cut costs where you can. Well, overall, I can't say I see anything strange about this thing.
Vale. Mi teoría, my theory so far, is you see how there's blood on his left hand? And there was blood on the interior handle of this door. I think this man is left-handed. Vale. Creo que la sangre de la manivela del interior de la lámpara le intentó abrir él con su mano. Y como tenía la mano llena de sangre, porque es zurdo, no diestro, pues se quedó su sangre en la manilla. Eso quiere decir que la nota no la escribió él. So that means that he didn't write the note then.
It's a hot air balloon, a symbol of humanity's ambition to take to the skies. It's kind of a romantic notion, don't you think?
Yeah, but I just noticed that it doesn't seem to be tied up to the ceiling all that well.
I'm sure it's fine. Please don't let it fall on my head. A model airplane, the perfect decoration for an airline company wedding.
Any propeller plane like this lends the room a great old-timey feel. Oh, I would love to see the Steel Samurai fly a plane like this. Can you picture it? Steel Samurai, zipping through the clouds over Neo Old Tokyo.
If Rocket Aviation ever becomes a sponsor of the show, I could see it happening.
What did I think of that? I think I will go suggest the idea to them later.
Please, at least wait until after the trial is over.
Alright. Oh.
It's a fog machine. I wonder if they used it during the reception.
Ooh. Hey Nick, go stand over there for a sec.
Why?
Just because. Now go.
Alright. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Maya kills Phoenix Wright.
Fuck Master 9000. On.
Maya, no!
Huh?
Ah, nothing happened.
Looks like it won't work without some dry ice.
Darn it. All I wanted to do was surround you in a thick cloud of smoke.
Maya, por Dios. Maya, please. Ay. Fog machine added to the court record. Maya chose violence.
Right.
Get a load of that huge set of doors. I bet all sorts of things come and go through there. Like an elephant.
I'm pretty sure it's just the bride and groom. This is a banquet hall, not a circus.
Another one.
It's a fog machine for the reception.
Pretty cool, huh?
Don't you dare touch it.
Aw, spoil sport.
That's because I know how you operate. They know each other very well. I love that.
That's a one big partition screen. Industrial size even.
I bet it would cause an industrial-sized mess if it fell over.
And that's why you're not allowed to touch it, Maya.
What? Then who's going to test how stable it is?
Just leave it alone, please. Okay, what am I missing? Ooh. Oh no, Larry. It looks like a business card wallet. I wonder whose it is.
That face looks awfully familiar.
Yes, it does. Guess I'll bring it to him later. Business card wallet added to the court record. You! Well, I guess that just about does it for the crime scene.
Hey, Nick. I want to see the rest of the airship. We might as well since we're here.
True, we might even run into some of the other people involved in the case. Oh! Okay. Is this the groom?
Nick, how long has that guy been standing there?
I didn't even notice him until just now. Excuse me, are you with Sprocket Aviation? Punk. Huh?
Nick, there's something on that paper airplane.
I guess we're supposed to read it then. Let's see here. Get out, intruders. Well, that was a rather cold welcome. Steam packing off, yep. Ejem, porque iba una bandera LGBT en el logo, literal. Mr. Wright, Maya, meeting the lone son of the president of Sprocket Aviation. Sovereign Sprocket. Or to put it another way, the future president of Sprocket Aviation. So, he's Ellen's fiancé? Okay, why are the two of them so pretty? Oh, there he goes. He's kind of an eccentric. I hear he's the genius inventor behind many of Sprocket Aviation's business successes. An inventor, huh? Yup, he even designed this airship. That's pretty impressive.
Nick, this is not going to be standing around gawking. We have to go after him. We need to ask him some questions about Ellen.
Oh, right. It looked like he was heading outside. There he is. Excuse me, could we talk to you? Excuse me, do you mind if I ask you what you're doing? Finally, a character that I don't have to voice. Por fin, un personaje que no tengo que poner voz.
He sure is writing up a storm.
Oh, you had to open your mouth. It is possible that theoretically matter can retain its form even as it crosses the event horizon. Physics! It is possible if an enormous change in mass could be detected at that observation point, then theoretically matter can retain its form even as it crosses the event horizon. Let's just see what he has to say about Ellen. Ellen. ¿Y te le quejas? No. Excuse me, but we'll be representing Ellen in court tomorrow. So, could we ask you about the case? Ow! What the? Not interested. Not interested? How can you say something like that?
This is about your fiancé. She's under arrest, you know.
The diameter of the airship is approximately 80 feet. The amount of energy necessary to move matter comprised of that amount of mass is... He's off in his own little world. Ah, physics. Este señor me genera muchas dudas. I don't think he's the killer.
I can't believe he said he was not interested in talking about his own braid arrest.
We'll just have to talk on his level then, with something he might be interested in. Could you take a look at this? Is that Ellen's? Ellen told us that she traveled through time during the incident. She said it happened after she made a wish on this pendant. You mean to say you two are Ellen's lawyers? Yes, I just told you that a minute ago. Sorry, I was lost in thought.
He wasn't even listening?
Oh boy. It's not at all what I expected. Based on Ellen's gushing testimonial anyway. We would like to ask you about Ellen's case, if you don't mind. I don't know a thing about it, so why don't you go ask the police? In other words, not interested. ¿Quién es este twink? Este es el novio.
This guy is the worst. I feel sorry for poor Ellen.
No, that's Athena's voice. 24 years old. And he's damn fine. Why is he and her... Why are they so pretty? ¿Por qué son tan guapos? Soy muy bisexual. Ayuda. I am very bisexual, chat. Ah. In that case, can I ask you about how Ellen traveled through time? Yo te dije, Zark. Guapo Mac-guapez. Go on. I guess that got your attention.
So, is time travel really even possible?
Yes, it is possible. Alrighty then. At the same time, it is also impossible. The pendant I gave Ellen. It's not supposed to operate as a time machine by itself. What do you mean? The timekeeper, that clock we had displayed in the reception hall. That is the body of the time machine. The pendant is simply a part.
That clock was the murder weapon, wasn't it? But it's a time machine too?
What Ellen experienced is akin to traveling down a road by car key. Physically and metaphysically, it should be impossible. Unless, maybe the quantum system inside the pendant somehow accidentally interfere with the natural flow of the fourth dimension. We are losing him again. Maybe we'd better ask him some more about the time machine. The time machine. So, you've been researching time travel, have you? Moving through the space-time continuum would be man's ultimate means of travel. Time travel is a mode of transportation? Since the dawn of time, man has developed multifarious methods of transportation. Horses, steam engines, gas engines, airplanes, spaceships. But they're all fundamentally similar, in that they constitute three-dimensional movement. Travel through the space-time continuum would shift mankind into a new paradigm.
Woo! I don't know why, Nick, but I'm getting awfully sleepy all of a sudden.
For generations, pocket aviation has advanced the development of transportation. Therefore, it's only natural that I would research time travel as man's next great leap.
Oh, is he done? So, what exactly does all that stuff he was saying mean, Nick?
Well, basically, it's like taking a hamburger joint and adding a drive-thru to it, I guess. Burger.
Oh, I get it. It's the same burger, but with a quicker and more efficient delivery system. So, what Saren really wants to do is launch humanity into the future.
Launch, not lunch. English. Launch, not launch. But do you really believe that time travel is possible? It only becomes truly impossible when man stops daring to believe. Besides, time travelers do exist, you know. But you wouldn't understand.
Did you hear that, Nick? Time travelers really do exist.
All I know is, Sovereignty isn't the easiest guy to wrap your head around.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like the way he talks. It's full of hope for the future. He's more passionate than I thought, too. When it comes to inventions, anyway.
Yeah, his apparent lack of concern for Ellen is troubling, though. So, I hear that the rest of the Sprocket family was opposed to your marriage. What are your thoughts on that? Master Soren. Oh! You give off bad guy energy. It is time for the meeting on next term's project. What is this? Daydreaming about your inventions again? Tut tut. You're the future president. You must consider the business side too.
Huh?
It is I found Sorin. Send the car over at once. Diablo. I'm not interested. Oh, Master Sorin, you do give me quite the headache at times.
I think these are the most anime-looking designs so far.
In any case, your attendant is waiting. Please go to him now.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Pierce Nickery. Please call me Pierce. I am the Sprocket family butler.
Nick! Hey, Butler! I didn't know they actually still existed. I thought they were just on TV and stuff.
And who might you be, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, I'm Phoenix Wright, Ellen White's lawyer.
And I'm his assistant, Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium.
Oh, so it is you. I am most grateful to you for taking on Miss Ellen's defense. You have my sincerest thanks.
Don't mention it. So, hey, speaking of the case.
Oh, one moment, please.
A red star shape. Wow, what a beautiful pocket watch.
Oh, this? It's just a bit of a good luck charm.
That is one expensive good luck charm. But I guess it makes sense. I mean, the time is pretty important in his line of work. So I guess that pocket watch is as important to him as my attorney's badge is to me.
That would be a good cliche. Yeah, the butler did it.
Yeah, the butler did it.
There is a little time before I must attend to Master Sorin again. Why not come to the Sprocket Manor?
Huh? You mean to Sorin's home?
As a token of appreciation for taking on Mr. Ellen's defense, I would like to serve you some delicious tea and refreshments.
Oh boy, Nick. A fancy high society tea party. With high-class snacks and everything.
And what about the investigation?
Are you kidding? What better place to investigate next than Sorin's place?
I don't know. Do you really think his house is going to give us any new leads?
Of course it will. I say we take the butler up on his kind offer and go to Sorin's place.
Alright, you win.
Very good. To Sprocket Manor then.
Let's go. Sprocket Manor. Ooh. September 21st. Sprocket Manor. Foyer.
Wow, this place does not disappoint. Oh, I'm so excited.
Whoa, slow down, Maya. The mansion isn't going anywhere.
Now then, we won't have to worry about anyone out untoward eavesdropping here. I take it you wanted to ask me some questions.
Huh? That's why you invited us here?
I'm sorry to have tricked you like this, but this is a murder after all. I couldn't talk openly about it in public and risk sullying the Sprocket family's reputation.
Ah, I was really looking forward to all those fancy snacks too.
There, Maya. Don't cry. La la, señor francés.
No me da pinta de francés, la verdad.
This Pierce guy is one shrewd man.
Hey Nick, look at that cute vintage radio.
Radio? Oh, that thing over there, under the stuffed bull's head.
I'm gonna take a closer look.
I thought I told you to settle down. Maya, I'm not paying for that.
I'm sorry.
Not to worry.
Huh? Doriru! Not real.
Perfect.
Wow, that little mech fixed it right up.
I am not the only butler, but I am also Sprocket Aviation's repair department director. One might say that patching things up is my specialty.
That was incredible. What is that little doohickey on your shoulder anyway?
It's my fixture upper shoulder mech. Master Sorin made it for me. It has too many features and functions to effectively enumerate at that moment, though. Un poco parecía a tu novio Enoch Drever. Un poco sí, eh? I mean, he kinda looks like Enoch Drever, not... Yeah. Kinda. Es verdad, that's true. That's so cool. I wish I had one of those. Maybe a descendant? Fixing things is a simple matter. But fixing people is a different matter. Even a skilled physician can't bring back the dead. Oh, but forgive me. I seem to have gotten sidetracked.
He must be in shock over Mr. Gloomsbury's death. Still, I do need to ask him some questions about the case. I should take a look around and see what I can find out while I'm here too. The incident.
What the incident Miss Ellen was arrested for? Do you think she did it?
Well, I can't prove it yet, but no, I don't think she could have done it. I guess you could call it a gut feeling.
I see. I guess we have different opinions then.
Do we now?
The prosecution says that when Bloomsbury attacked Miss Ellen, he fought back and ended up killing him. I agree with this perspective. Or rather, that is the consensus of the entire Sprocket family.
Even so, I heard an interesting story from Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. I heard that the Sprocket family had tried to pressure the prosecutor's office into burying this case.
I fear you are mistaken. All we sought was merely a legal consultation. Besides, none of it matters now, as she is no longer a part of this family. Fortunately for us, they had yet to get their marriage license before holding the banquet.
So basically, once they realized they couldn't sway the prosecution, they cut her loose.
No, Ellen. I realize how callous I must sound. But my duty is to protect the Sprocket family, and more specifically, Sprocket Aviation's future and Master Sorin, whose genius is essential to the company. I will do anything to achieve that goal. That is my job as a Sprocket family butler.
You know, I think Pierce and Mr. Edgeworth would get along really well. Don't you think?
Yeah, I could easily picture Edward with a butler.
Oh, and by the way, I suppose I should tell you about this as well. It's about when the members of the extended family and I discovered the crime.
Este tiene pinta de asesino para atrás. Uf, es que... Time travel. Did Ellen say anything to you about time traveling through time?
He must have been delirious. There is no need to take such a claim seriously.
Sorin himself said that time travel was possible though.
Master Sorin said that. It sounds like he is still stuck in the past.
He's psychologically stuck, I take it.
Psychology? Athena? Excuse me. What is it? I see. I believe I told you the madam will be having milk tea. Still, have lemon slices at the ready, just in case. We must not disappoint her, understand?
You sure are busy.
All in a day's work. Still, we really do need Master Sorin to start focusing on the business side of things soon.
Could you tell us about that thing you mentioned about Sorin's past?
There is something in Master Sorin's past that he wishes he could change. Please forgive me. This isn't something I should be sharing with strangers.
Now I really want to know what Sorin still hung up on. Discovering the crime.
It was sometime after the reception. Some of the master's relatives and I went to clean up the reception hall. And that is when we saw it. A woman standing in front of the victim with a bloody murder weapon in her hand. It was none other than Miss Ellen.
But Pierce, it wasn't what it looked like.
That's right. Just happened to find the body.
I don't know what Miss Ellen has told you, but what we witnessed was unmistakably the moment immediately after the deed had been committed.
Ugh.
And that is what I told the police who came in response to my call.
I see. So Pierce was the one who reported it to the police, huh? Excuse me, but there's a card here on the floor. Well, look at that. It's a flying chapel key. The flying chapel? What areas on the flying chapel require a keycard, if I may ask? Mostly areas where we want to keep the public out of. Such as the staff room and the hold, which is chock full of machinery. So you can't enter those areas without a keycard. That's right. This one here belongs to Ellen. Wait, what is Ellen's keycard doing here? Did Ellen come back here after the incident occurred? I don't believe so, and she was arrested by the police straight away this morning. Although, there was a strange man with a gaudy jacket in here earlier. Was that man wearing a beret by any chance? Yes, he was. As a matter of fact, he was also wearing sunglasses and a fake mustache.
Ay, Larry. Larry, what have you done? ¿Qué has hecho?
I knew it. The only question is, what was he doing here? Oh, are those pictures of the wedding reception? Yes, I took them with my trusty camera here.
Do you mind if we have a look at that photo?
Be my guest.
Take as long as of a look as you would like.
Ooh. Well, what do you think of this gorgeous dreamscape?
Ah, that's pretty. Also, there is a bull behind the bride there. A pegabull.
A thick fog billows across the room, making it look as if the couple were walking on clouds.
Wow! Look at how beautiful Ellen is here. She looks a little nervous though.
She does, doesn't she?
Hey look, there's Pierce.
Really? Where?
Right there, behind the sweetheart table.
Hey, you're right. I bet he was there attending to the happy couple the whole dinner.
Now, what do you think, Nick? Does anything in this photo stick out to you?
No, not at the moment anyway.
Lies.
Hey, Nick. If Ellen really did travel back in time, do you think this photo is of the second reception? You know, after the time jump?
I wonder. Excuse me, sir. Yes, can I help you? Ellen told us she traveled back in time. Would you happen to know anything about that? Oh, no, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. He climbed that faster than I climbed. Ooh, what are you hiding, sir?
Hey, Nick. Now, here's a real lady.
Ay, la madre de Sorin. This must be Sorin's mother.
She looks smart as a whip, doesn't she?
And that's the pocket watch.
I wonder who she is. We didn't see her on the airship.
Either his mother or his sister.
That is Selena's pocket.
Selena?
Sorin's elder sister.
There we go, sister.
Beautiful and capable, she was a great lady.
Was. She's fucking dead, Chad.
Sorin's sister? I think I see the resemblance.
Oh, Miss Keisha. Oh my gosh, she's fucking dead.
Maybe I will show Pierce this photo later and ask him about her.
Nick, look at that airplane propeller up there going around and round.
I see they have got an aviation theme going on. Makes sense for an airline family. I wonder if it doubles as a fan.
Ooh, what if the rest of the plane were on the other side of that wall? And the wall would open up so the plane could take off in an emergency. How cool would that be?
If that was behind the propeller wall, then what's behind the wall, the bull wall across the way? Oh, I know. It's the rest of him. That must be where the sprocket gets their milk.
Nick. First of all, that's a beef cow. And second, bulls don't make milk.
Oh, right. That's what I get for trying to play along.
Phoenix, that's not how you do it. Ooh, yellow roses. Oh, it's the bridal bouquet.
Hey Nick, how about I throw it? And you try to catch it.
Why me?
Just because. I bet you would look hilarious flailing around trying to grab it.
But doesn't tradition dictate that it's the ladies that go after the bouquet?
Who cares? Just catch it. Here. Yeet.
Ow! Hey! You threw that right at my face.
Oh, you don't want to catch that bouquet. Trust me. Why not? They say it's bad luck to catch the bouquet of the marriage that doesn't last.
But I already caught it.
Oops. Too late now, huh, Nick?
Pobre Phoenix, poor Phoenix. A bull. Come to think of it, there was a bull logo on the side of the Flying Chapel too.
The president of the company must have a thing for cattle. The bull is the symbol of Sprocket Aviation.
To be as strong as and steady as a bull. That's the company creed, you know. Probably for all the backbreaking labor they put their employees through.
By the way, that bull logo on the Flying Chapel, the one with the rainbow wings, his name is Rainy the Rainbow. Get it? Rainy. I get it. He's a rainbow-colored bull, so he's a rainbow, right? What a memorable name, huh, Nick?
Yeah, for the lameness of the pun. Don't you dare touch that radio again. It looks like an expensive antique.
What are you worried about? If it breaks again, Pierce will just fix it up again.
I really hope he's nice enough to waive the repair bill. Oh, Maya. My sweet summer child, Maya. Alright. Pierce, the woman in this photo is Soren's older sister, Selena, right? I don't think we have met her yet. Yep, there it is.
Yes, about that.
It seems hesitant all of a sudden. If you wouldn't mind, will you tell us about her?
Alright, very well. She's a big part of Master Soren's past. She's a big part of Master Soren's past, after all.
Soren's past?
Master Soren will become the next president of Sprocket Aviation. However, that wasn't always so. Miss Selena Sprocket, Master Soren's elder sister, was next in line. So, why isn't she becoming the next president? Because she died in a car accident. What?
I had no idea.
Actually, Master Soren was also in the car with her at the time of the accident. Losing the sister he loved right before his eyes, it devastated him.
No.
Ever since then, he has buried himself in his research on time machines. He also became quite a meticulous, almost compulsive note-taker around then. He seems so stiff and robotic. I had no idea he was carrying all that around inside him. Master Soren has abandoned the company business and spends all his time on inventions. As the family butler, I am truly concerned. I believe it is high time he lets go of the past.
Hey Nick, what are you doing?
Hey Nick, what are you doing here?
Hello. Larry?
Oh man, you gave me a heck of a hard time.
Larry, what are you doing here?
I'm going to promote my new character, Cupiclet. I was hoping Sprocket Aviation would do some kind of thing with me for it. Oh, I didn't know Larry was such an aggressive businessman. You could learn a thing or two from him, Nick. Why don't you promote your agency to them?
Now is not exactly a time for that, in case you haven't noticed.
See, and this is why you will never be rich.
Actually, Larry, I have been meaning to ask you something. You were there on the Flying Chapel yesterday, right?
Huh? Was I?
What were you doing there?
Nothing.
Whatever it was, I bet it wasn't anything to be proud of. But never mind that. Did you see anything that had to do with the case? Scratch that.
let's start with, you weren't involved in this case, were you? Larry?
Hey, he took off.
I just knew it. If something smells, it's usually the bats. Come on, Maya, after him.
Oh, are you leaving so soon?
We have to run. Thank you for making time for us.
I know you have to investigate, but please, try to spare the family's feelings as you do.
Yes, of course.
Get back here, you son of a bitch. Larry, get back here.
There he is. Hey, Larry.
Hey there, friend. Fancy meeting you here.
There's nothing fancy about it. All we did was follow you. So tell me, Larry, why did you run away like that?
Huh? Me? I don't know what you're talking about. A bolt of inspiration for my new picture book hit me and I had to run, is all. It was like a epiphany. You dig?
Right.
He's just going to keep on playing dumb, isn't he, Nick?
What did you saw on the airship? Come on, Larry. I know you were on that airship, so what did you see?
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything because I was never on that stupid airship.
There we go. I was waiting for that. Psyche-locks.
You say something?
The spiritual power of this Malatam allows me to see these mystical locks that appear when someone is trying to hide something from me. They are called Psyche-locks, and when I see them, I simply present the Megatama Y to try my hand at breaking them. If I can unlock them, I'm sure to finally get a straight answer out of here.
Take that!
Let's go! Psycho locks. What Larry is hiding. There's no time for games, Larry. I will find out what you're hiding.
I'm telling you, Nick. You got it all wrong. I've got nothing to do with this case whatsoever.
Oh, come on, Larry. You know, maybe we could see through such a blatant and obvious lie.
Solo dos. Piensa que es un caso DLC. Entonces, lo tuvieron que como... Imagino que lo pondrían dos al principio, a modo tutorial, y luego pondrán más complicados en el siguiente segmento de investigación.
Nothing whatsoever, huh? If you weren't involved, Larry, then you wouldn't have been involved with this person.
Take that!
You're the one who brought Ellen to my office in the first place. And all those cops. Nothing to do with the case whatsoever. Isn't gonna cut it this time, Larry. If you have to lie, please do a better job of it.
Qué tonto que es. He's very dumb.
Don't diss me, Nick. If you're so convinced I'm lying, then let me ask you this. What makes you think I was on that stupid old airship anyway? Let me see some proof, if you got any.
Doubling down, are you? Fine. You want proof, Larry? Here's proof that you were on that airship.
Take that!
Es el equivalente de los gatos naranjas, literal.
Uh-oh.
This is your business card wallet, isn't it, Larry? I found it in the reception hall.
Yeah.
Time to come clean, Larry Bats. What exactly are you hiding?
Alright, fine. You got me. I'll tell you everything.
There he goes. Larry, what were you doing on that airship anyway?
Well, I went over here there to deliver the welcome to our wedding sign they ordered from me.
Huh. I didn't know you took on real jobs like that too.
Well, for your information, my wedding welcome signs are very popular on the net.
And that's how you met Ellen?
Uh-huh. I mean, I had seen her in the photo for the welcome sign, but seeing her in person, the way she smiled at me and said, "Thank you," I felt like I had been hit by lightning.
And that's when you fell in love with somebody else's bride, huh? So, were you invited to the reception?
Can you believe they told me only family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall.
Smart move on their part, I would say.
I got upset and started wandering around the airship.
Oh, it's a flying one of those.
That must be when I dropped my business card wallet.
So somebody else must have found it,
and brought it to the reception hall then.
But you know what? I saw something incredible while I was on that flying chapel.
Like,
Get a load of this. Objection, Phoenix.
what the heck is this?
I mean, what is this? Isn't it obvious? It's a drawing. A sketchy picture of one of the cabins on the airship.
So, what's so incredible about the cabin? Okay, Larry being Larry aside, he does know how to draw very well. Quitando que Larry tiene una personalidad un poco mala, sabe dibujar muy bien el cabrón. Eso hay que dárselo. So, what's so incredible about the cabin?
Look at what was outside the window. It's one of those flying dinosaurs. A real-life pterodactyl. I looked out the cabin window and there it was, just flying out there. That airship traveled through time, I tell you.
What?
What?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I think it's the sign that's behind us.
I told that Pierce Butler guy about it. He told me to never mention it to anybody ever again.
But why would he try to keep you from spotting what is clearly just nonsense?
Maybe Sprocket Aviation is secretly developing a time machine.
No way.
Nick, this case is really amazing. Larry, you didn't tell Mr. Edgeworth about this, did you? Of course not. Edge would just roll his eyes and think I was off my rocker. I didn't even tell him I was wandering around on the airship. I told him I met Ellie at the morning dock, and we ran away together.
Yeah, I can see Edward's eyes rolling right out of his head as he heard about this. Larry's drawing added to the court record. So, Larry also experienced the time slip somehow. But how is that possible?
Hey, Nick. I'll be taking my card wallet back now if you don't mind.
Business card wallet swiped back by Larry.
Oh yeah, this is for you.
What is it?
It's a picture of the hull. I took it when I was wandering around the ship.
Okay, so those are the flowers. And there are the Pega Bull and the Pega Cow. But where is the cow?
See, there's Ellie right there in the middle.
The hold?
Yeah, see? It's right here on this diagram.
Okay, so now I know where the hold is. But what was Ellen doing there?
Well, they were using it as a prepping area for the reception.
I see. And around when did you take this?
Before the reception, I took it while Ellie was getting everything ready.
So this was taken before the incident occurred. I don't know if it will be of any help, but thanks for this anyway. Photo hold added to the court record. By the way, Larry, I heard that the door to the hold is controlled by a security system. So how did you get in there?
It's a secret, I can tell you.
The hits just keep on coming. Well, I guess that's basically a wrap on the investigation.
Not quite, Nick. I want to meet Ellen too.
Oh, that's right. You haven't met her yet, have you? Okay, let's head over to the detention center then, so you can say hi. Let's go to the detention center. September 21st, detention center, visitors room.
No, why?
Please understand that this is in Master Sorin's best interest. Please understand that this is in Master Sorin's best interest. Sounds like Ellen's busy talking with someone. Ooh. The next president cannot be married to a criminal. It would disgrace Sprocket Aviation. Miss Ellen, I need you to forget about this marriage. Pardon us. If it isn't Mr. Wright. So, their marriage is definitely off? There is no other choice. We cannot have a criminal in the family. For the sake of Master Sorin and the Sprocket family, this is what is best.
No. In that case, what if Nick here proves Ellen's innocence? Then you wouldn't have a criminal in the family, right?
I suppose you're right, but I'm afraid that will be impossible.
That's not true. Not for Nick. He may look like a nobody, but he can do some pretty amazing things.
Thanks, Maya. I don't take cases on lightly, so rest assured, I will prove her innocence.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, I understand your name is quite well known in the judicial world. For better or for worse.
Pierce, I want you to promise me this. If I can prove Ellen's innocence, then you won't stand in the way of soiling Ellen's merit.
Very well. But not even the most talented lawyer in the world can change reality itself.
Uy, que no. Just you wait, Pierce.
And the reality is, Miss Ellen is guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Ya he vuelto. ¿A quién ha matado? ¿A quién hay que defender? ¿Y por qué es problema de Fénix? Vale. Es problema de Fénix porque Larry ha traído a la acusada. En plan, hey, me quiero casar con ella. Pero esta le ha dicho, ¿qué dices, puto loco? Yo solamente te acompaño porque me has ayudado a escapar. El fiscal es Edgeworth. Han matado a este señor que era el jefe de los sirvientes de la familia rica. Larry le sacas 13 años. También eso también es verdad. Larry, you are 13 years older than her. Vale, ¿qué más? Esta era una sirviente de la familia Sprocket. Este es el novio. Es muy guapo. El novio y la novia son muy guapos. Este es el novio. Este es el sirviente principal del novio. Esta es la hermana mayor del novio, la cual murió en un accidente de tráfico. Y este es el muerto. Que según la acusada, él le intentó tirar a ella por la borda del Zeppelin donde estaban haciendo la boda. Pero viajó en el tiempo y cuando volvió al pasado, él estaba muerto dentro de una de las lámparas. De las lámparas del esto. Es que tengo una foto. Aquí, la foto. Entonces, el nombre me recuerda a alguien, pero no sé a quién. A mí también. The boyfriend is like... It reminds me of someone, but I don't know who. Y bueno, estamos ahora cerrando la investigación. I believe that's where you're wrong, Pierce.
I'm clean. I sure I am. Obsessively compulsively clean.
Claro, es Chrome, hostia.
I mean...
Maybe? Chrome is more well defined. Chrome Fire Emblem. Chrome Fire Emblem confirmado.
This is clean and pure as this pure white dress.
Ay, pobrecilla. Fine, you have my word. But you will be the one to regret this promise.
Con un poco de cara de mala hostia. El cabrón está investigando máquinas del tiempo. Literalmente se ha puesto a hablar de física. Está hablando de máquinas del tiempo este señor, está obsesionado. Y yo creo que es porque quiere viajar en el tiempo para salvar a su hermana. I think he just wants to make a time machine to save his sister. Y el pie es literalmente Pegasus del Yu-Gi-Oh! Uff, quizás, Lo único en lo que se parece es que tiene el pelo azul. Nah. Bueno, azul y la mirada, quizás.
Now, if you will excuse me.
Goodbye. Now I have all the more reason to win this case. Ellen, we finished our investigation and we would like to talk with you about what we found.
Okay, so what did you find out?
Investigation results. In the course of our investigation, we heard that you have been seen standing in front of the victim with a murder weapon in your hands.
No, pobrecilla. Ay.
It wasn't what it looked like. It's true I was holding the murder weapon. But when I found him, he was already dead. I panicked.
Pero Chrome es un Jimbo, no jodamos. Este una racha de viento se lo lleva. Sí, es un poco twink el novio.
And I was hoping I could go back in time again, like I had done earlier. So I picked up the timekeeper from the pedestal and brought it over without thinking.
Joder, chica. You were so desperate you were ready to try anything, huh? Unfortunately, that sort of behavior makes you an easy target for the prosecution. Me encanta cómo su pelo se pone normal cuando está nerviosa. Sí, literal. Y esta es la máquina. Esta es la supuesta máquina del tiempo.
Y también es el arma del crimen.
No.
And as for your little trip through time, none of your in-laws could confirm your theory, I'm afraid.
I see.
The only exception is Larry. He said he saw something.
Really? What did he see?
Time travel. Layton, we need you, Layton. Can't say I quite believe it myself, but Larry claims he saw something incredible. He claims he saw a pterodactyl flying outside the airship.
What?
Dong, 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 dong. Not only that, but apparently Pierce Nicody told Larry to keep quiet about it. Ok, ¿cuántas sartenes tiene en ese vestido? How many frying pans do you have in that dress?
But why would Pierce do such a thing? Larry's theory is that Sprocket Aviation is developing something in secret. A time machine, to be exact. Do you think that's why nobody would confirm my story? Because it's a secret?
I really don't know. But speaking of your in-laws, we did manage to find your keycard at the Sprocket Manor. One of your in-laws said he would keep an eye on it for you.
Oh, thank goodness. I lost it while I was getting things ready for the reception. I had looked everywhere for it. I'm so glad you found it.
Ay, pobrecilla. No, Sean, la imagen de Cry de Raisin. At least there's tears of joy this time for a change.
Well, Nick, it looks like you will have to prove the existence of time travel in court tomorrow.
This fucking video game.
That's right. I swear that while Mr. Gloomsbury was being killed, I was busy traveling through time.
Great. With Stodgy, Skeptic Edgeworth at the helm for the prosecutor tomorrow, we are really gonna have our work cut out for us. Entre ella y la pirata vaya clientes de DLC. Son increíbles, me encantan. Between her and Sasha from the last DLC, I really love them both. To be continued. Continued right now. Jesus Christ. Esos son muchos Tanabout Revolutions. Por cierto, creo que esta historia ocurre después de la historia principal del juego de Spirit of Justice, porque Apollo no está aquí. Apollo is just fucking gone. September 22nd, 8:45 AM. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 3.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Ellen. I see you're still wearing your wedding gown.
And I will continue to wear it until our marriage is safe. Oh, Sorin!
Ay, pobrecilla.
Do you think he came to see how she's holding up?
Y yo, volví. Hola, Mark.
Sorin, my love, you came all the way to the courthouse just to see me. Oh, Sorin, I don't know what to say.
Blueprints.
Huh?
The engine blueprints. I can't find them. Do you know where they are?
Oh, they're in your room, third shelf from the bottom on the right-hand side.
Ah, I see. Bye! He's leaving already?
Don't tell me he came just to ask about some stupid blueprints. Is he really that colorful person, or is it just how he comes off, I wonder? Oh, what about me, Sorin?
Ay, pobrecilla. Ellen. He's back. Come home soon. I'm lost without you. Hoy no. Oh no. Repressing trauma. Repressing trauma. Está reprimiendo el trauma.
Sorin!
Later. Pi, 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 pi.
Looks like showing your vulnerabilities is the fastest way to capture a woman's heart. You should take note on this, Nick.
Please leave me out of this. Anyway, it looks like Soren isn't big on words. But it's clear that he cares about Ellen. Knowing that, I actually feel kind of relieved. Ay, pobrecilla.
Mr. Wright, I just absolutely can't be found guilty. You hear?
Don't worry. I'm going to do everything I can to prove your innocence.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
Hostia, el cambio, sí.
The trial is about to start, sir. Edgeworth.
Knowing him, he's not going to yield an inch. So I've just got to fight with everything I've got and save Ellen. September 22nd, 9 AM. District Court, Courtroom number 6. ¿Qué pasó en lo que no estuve? No mucho, estuvimos haciendo investigación. Hablamos con el... Con Day One, Coordination of Rise. Hablamos con el... Este señor. Resulta que Larry también viajó en el tiempo porque dice haber visto un pterodáctilo. Y este le dijo a Larry que no lo mencionara, que se callara la boca. Court is now in session for the trial of Ellen Wyatt.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Oh, seeing so many familiar faces gathered together like this. I feel as though I'm at a grand reunion. It makes me want to go out for dinner and a drink. And reminisce with all of you. Oh, el juez está débil. Está... Ay. Señora, literal. Ay, Judge.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I was aiming for a real burger the whole time I was away.
We could make it a welcome party for Maya. How about it, Edgeworth?
I have no intention of cavorting with my enemies. Now then, Your Honor, let us start this trial at once.
Oh, still not one for light-hearted banter, are you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Jokes and good humor are beyond worthless in a court of law. Guess we'll just have to have the party without him then.
Ah, es el juez, le echaba de menos, literal.
However, were it after the conclusion of this trial, I might consider joining you for your little welcome back party. I certainly wouldn't mind an invite, at the very least. He's still as emotionally constipated as ever, I see.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please go over the details of this case for us.
The victim was Thomas Glumsbury, a servant in the Sprocket household. He was in attendance at the wedding reception that occurred from 7 PM to 10 PM. Mr. Glumsbury apparently felt some animosity towards Ellen Wyatt, so... A bit after the reception ended at 10 PM, he assaulted Miss Wyatt with the intent to kill her. The defendant fought back and ended up killing Mr. Glumsbury.
In other words, it was justified self-defense, correct?
Tal y como va el caso, más que un DLC parece un comienzo para Ace Attorney 7. Sí, la verdad que sí.
If that's the case, then the defendant might not be criminally responsible.
He's right. Worst case scenario, I could go for self-defense to avoid the criminal charge.
Porque claro, es que no va a haber mecánica de Apolo, no va a haber mecánica de Athena, no va a haber mecánica de Raifa. Es un caso normal y corriente. There is no Apollo, Athena or Raifa's mechanic in this one, so it's just a regular Ace Attorney case.
I wonder how Edgeworth plans to counter that, though.
The prosecution's first witness will make my view on the matter clear, Your Honor.
Very well. Melly, please bring in the first witness.
Uy, my judge voice needs some training. Ooh. Is that the... Ah, Emma, of course.
Hello. I'm here now.
Please, state your name and occupation, witness.
Emma Sky, forensic investigator. And I would just like to say, sir, not being in the same courtroom as you is a great honor.
Es verdad que Emma es una fangirl de Edgeworth.
Emma is a fangirl of Edgeworth, that's true.
Huh?
Oh, that's right.
You're a fan of Edgeworths, aren't you, Emma? We're good friends and all, Mr. Wright. But just this once, I intend to faithfully and fully testify for the prosecution. Traitor! And I do mean that wholeheartedly.
I expect no less from you.
Yes, sir. I'm going to do my very best.
Looks like you lost the popularity contest to Mr. Edgeworth, Nick.
Meh, I really could care less. Besides, you will see who's the better lawyer once I win this trial.
Yeah. Maybe then you will actually really care less.
Oh, detective Sky, if you please. Let's go. You're not invited to the welcome party, Emma. No, pobrecilla. Rundown of the case. The murder weapon was a clock called the Timekeeper. The murder weapon was a clock? Como el primer caso del primer juego, like the first case in the first game. The murder weapon was a clock. The victim was hit with it from behind and he fell over right into the lantern. The defendant was spotted then, standing in front of the body holding the murder weapon. Nah, de locos, literal. The victim was struck twice, by the way. Struck twice. He was struck twice? That's right. There's no mistake about it. The first blow was to the back of the victim's head. It was hard enough to knock him unconscious. Yet, despite the fact that he had been immobilized by the first blow, the defendant delivered a second, fatal blow to the side of the victim's head. Which means... what exactly?
I figured it would go right over your head. Let's put it this way. By striking the victim a second time, the defendant killed her last chance to escape from any criminal wrongdoing.
She did, but how, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defendant may have been fighting back because she was being attacked. However, she then went on to deliver a fatal blow to a man who was already fully unconscious. Nick, is he saying what I think he is?
I don't feel so well.
And that's Mr. Wright. Has justified self-defense been removed from the table? The prosecution intends to prove that the defendant killed the victim with murderous intent. Allow me to, belatedly, submit the victim's autopsy report. You're welcome.
So that's why he was acting all smug. Well, more smug than usual.
It's fine, right? It's not like we were going to plead self-defense anyway, right?
Right, but now the judge has a negative impression of Ellen. Oh, I want to go home. He may not get to prosecute much anymore, but he definitely hasn't lost his touch. Autopsy report added to the court record. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination. Rundown of the case. The murder weapon was a clock called...
Hold it!
Are you completely sure the murder weapon was the Timekeeper? Yes, completely. The shape of the injury on the victim's head matches up with that of the Timekeeper. And it's definitely heavy enough to kill someone with. But would the defendant have been able to pick up and swing something so heavy? I tried it myself, and I was able to lift it up just fine. Maybe you're just freakishly strong? Excuse me, Mr. Wright? I'll have you know that people on the force know me as the dainty forensic investigator. Sorry, but really, you are hardly a delicate flower.
Mr. Wright. This is a court of law. Save your antics for after the trial if you know how.
Yes, sir. It won't happen again, sir. Oh, moving on. The victim was hit with it from behind and he fell over right into the lantern. I mean, he did grab the handle from the inside, so I don't know about that. No sé si eso es cierto. Also, if he was hit from the back, he should have fallen like upside down, like his face should be on the floor. O sea, si lo hubiera golpeado por detrás, tendría que haber caído hacia adelante, no hacia atrás, ¿sabéis? If he was hit from behind... Sí, exacto, la pose.
Objection!
Ahí.
Detective Sky, I'm afraid I have to apologize in advance.
For what?
For embarrassing you in front of your idol.
What do you mean?
If you take a look at this photo of the crime scene, you will see that the victim is lying on his back. But if the victim had been hit from behind as you claim,
Pero Phoenix es un cabrón.
then he should have fallen over into the lantern face down.
Oh!
It's not enough to simply take someone's side, Detective Sky, even if it's Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh! Oh! There does appear to be a flaw in Detective Sky's testimony. Hold it. That's alright. You think I'm going to just back it right down? Then you're sadly mistaken.
They might sound usually fired up today.
Don't forget, she's in front of her hero, Nick. If there's still someone came to watch this trial, I would want to do my absolute best too.
Listen, Mr. Wright. It's entirely possible that the defendant moved the victim's body after he fell over. In that case, there won't be any contradiction, right?
Indeed. That was an excellent counter-argument, Detective.
You can count on me, sir. Dios mío. Qué pelota que es, Emma. So, what do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright?
Is it possible that the victim's body was moved after he fell into the lantern?
I don't think so. Look at how there are some lantern bits on top of her. Mirad cómo hay un poco de unos trozos encima suyo. Eso le tiene que haber caído encima al caer dentro, de esa manera.
It's not possible. Sorry, Detective, but there's no way the victim's body was moved after his death.
Oh, really? And what makes you so sure?
One look at this here and it should become obvious.
Take that!
Those broken bits of the lantern.
Yes, if the body had been moved after the fact, these fragments would have fallen off of it. But as you can clearly see, they are lying perfectly undisturbed on top of the body. This means that the victim must have been lying face up from before the lantern even broke.
You're right!
But wait a minute. If that's true, then when was the victim killed? I mean, the lantern was still whole during the reception, right?
Right, which means we have just overturned a major assumption about this case. If the victim was already dead before the lantern was even broken, then the body must have been inside the lantern since before the reception started.
Time of death, between 10 PM and 1 AM. Right.
In other words, the defense asserts that the victim was killed before the wedding reception.
What? No le habrán matado en el futuro, ¿no? ¿Te imaginas? He was killed in the future and then he came back as a corpse.
In short, when Miss Wyatt was seen standing in front of the body after the reception, it wasn't the moment just after the murder was committed. It was the moment that she happened to discover the body, just as Miss Wyatt claims.
Oh!
Objection!
Anda que no estaría guapo, literal.
Whether the act was committed before or after the reception is entirely inconsequential. After all, it was the defendant who prepared the reception hall for the event in question. Therefore, when the murder occurred changes nothing with regard to her guilt. He could have killed the victim before the reception, as you claim, and then tried to hide his body in the lantern after the event ended.
Objection!
Sorry, but that doesn't make any sense. I mean, where would the body have been hidden during the reception in your scenario?
That's...
Even you have to admit, Mr. Edgeworth, that this has opened up a new possibility.
Do explain, Mr. Wright.
Well, if Mrs. White didn't commit the crime in the reception hall, then that means someone, somewhere, put the victim's body into the lantern.
I suppose that makes sense. A dead body couldn't have put itself in there.
Exactly, Your Honor. In other words, if the murder actually occurred before the reception, it opens up the possibility that
He was killed somewhere else, the defendant didn't do it, or he was killed some other way. Then it opens up the possibility that he was killed somewhere else.
if the body was killed inside the lantern, then it's possible that the body was moved along with it from somewhere else.
Oh, you're right. You can run that mouth of yours all you want. But do you have any evidence to support what's coming out of it, Mr. Wright?
Wow, okay, Edgeworth. Of course I do. I think the answer lies in that piece of evidence, and in something that was left at the crime scene that will point us to where the victim was really killed.
Very well, Mr. Wright. In that case, let's prove that the lantern and the body were moved from somewhere else.
Las flores, no? The petals. Because you have the flower petals there, and you have the flower petals here as well. Mi pregunta es si presentar esta foto o la otra. I'm going to save. I'm going to present the photo of the victim again first.
Take that!
The photo of the victim again? Yes. I would like the court to focus on this thing right here. This.
Take that!
Flower petals, Mr. Wright? These petals are from a kind of flower that were not present in the reception hall. This means they might have gotten into the lantern when it was somewhere else.
And just where do you propose this somewhere else to be, Mr. Wright?
I propose that this piece of evidence will tell us where the flower petals came from.
Take that!
Aye. Please take a look at the flowers in this picture of the hole. Notice how their petals are of the same shape as the petals in the crime scene photo.
Oh, yes, I see. They do look to be from the same kind of flower.
Objection!
Is that really all you've got? A flower is a flower, a flower is a flower is a flower. They're all the same. I would hardly call what you presented compelling evidence.
I'm afraid I couldn't disagree with you more, Mr. Edgeworth.
Huh?
I gave a flower of this type to my lovely wife once we were young. So I can assure you that this is very meaningful and compelling evidence indeed.
Joder, pues.
Damn, Judge, you're a romantic one. The soundness of my judgment in this matter is backed by nothing less than pure love.
The judge gave us said that we were right for once. Nos ha dado la razón, literal. Gracias por la interpretación, Mark. But, Your Honor...
Let it go, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear you don't know much about flowers. It's not like you have anyone you would actually give any to after all.
Phoenix? That's your husband right there.
But maybe you should study up on them. Just in the case the opportunity presents itself.
Please, stop flirting in court, Jesus Christ. ¿Cuál es su problema? Que está ligando. Está ligando con pasivo-agresividad. No. This is from the man who only knows the names of 3 types of flowers.
That's hardly relevant to the case at hand.
They are insufferable, Your Honor, yes.
The defense asserts that it's highly probable that the victim was killed in the hold. If the body was then placed in a lantern and moved to the reception hall for some reason. It will completely destroy the prosecution's case.
Then you mean the body was...
Yes, the victim's body was inside the lantern during the entire beautiful wedding reception, while the defendant and her betrothed were celebrating their love.
What?
El tipo quiere que le regalen flores.
Es que claro, tiene a Charlie, pero quiere una amistad para Charlie.
Your smooth talking might work on his honor, but it won't work on me.
Dejad de ligar, hijos de puta. Stop flirting.
What are you talking about now?
You can have a look at all of the evidence and you will soon see what I mean.
I wish he would just tell me already. That he loves me. I mean, no.
Not to this guy. I'm sure you have already figured out what I'm talking about, correct?
Of course, sir. Mr. Wright is the only one here who hasn't. Why don't you leave this to me, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well. Let's see what you can do.
Look at this guy. Please give your testimony to this court. ¿Cómo quieren ligar los cabrones? Es increíble. The prosecution's rebuttal. The victim could not have been killed before the reception. The autopsy report states that the estimated time of death was after the reception. And that estimated time of death is correct. There's no way it could be wrong. Time travel, time travel. She has no idea. It's clear Mr. Bloomsbury was killed after the reception. And that completely contradicts your claim.
I guess so.
Tell me you took at least a cursory glance at the autopsy report, Mr. Wright. It appears you have grown rusty since our last outing. Might I suggest you go back and brush up on the basics?
Sure. Though I must say, you're as quick as ever, Mr. Edgeworth.
I beg your pardon?
What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright?
I'm just saying that I will go back to the basics, if that's what Mr. Edgeworth wants. I will prove how badly he's underestimating me with a good old-fashioned cross-examination.
Very well. Let's see you put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Wright.
Joder, sigue flirtando el tío.
Edgeworth, vaya puto pesado que eres. Es su manera de ligar entre estos dos. That's the way that the two of them flirt.
Cross-examination.
Okay, chat. The prosecution's rebuttal. What's the first thing you think of when you think about covering someone else's time of death? No, there's no way it could be wrong. Chica, el hielo existe. Ice, baby.
Objection!
I admit that the estimated time of death does contradict my theory.
Finally. And that means your theory that the victim was killed before the reception.
It's still entirely plausible.
What? What makes you think that?
The killer could have falsified the time of death by using a certain item in the reception hall. Please take a look at this.
And what is that contraption, Mr. Wright?
It's a fog machine, Your Honor, used to create a special romantic atmosphere in the hall.
And this machine could have been used to falsify the time of death?
Yes, Your Honor, because this machine uses dry ice to perform its magic.
Dry ice? Ah, yes, the super cold stuff commonly used to make theatrical fog, right? I see. So your claim is that this dry ice was used to keep the body cold? Oh! In that case, I guess the victim could have been killed before the reception.
Easy.
Order! Order in this court. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this development?
Had the victim was killed in the hall before the wedding reception? The prosecution acknowledges the possibility of this claim.
Now we're getting somewhere.
The prosecution would also like to thank you, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Oh, for what?
I didn't know how a certain piece of evidence fit into this case. But now, thanks to you, I do.
What piece of evidence?
To get into the hall, one needs a keycard, like this one.
Ooh.
Entry number 3, Dumas Bloomsbury. Entry number 35, Pierce Nicody. Entry number 36, Ellen Wyatt.
And here we have a record of those who entered the hall with such keycards. The times aren't specified, but these are the last 3 entries on the day of the murder. And as you can see, the last person to enter the hall that day
was the defendant.
No, what?
So, the one who moved the body out of the hole must have been... That's right. It was none other than the defendant.
Yep, a classic.
Hey Nick, take a look at this entry record. There are a couple of other names on here besides Ellen's.
Hey, you're right. According to the entry record, Mr. Edgeworth, Pierce Nicody had also gone into the hole. Isn't it possible that he could have been the culprit?
Objection!
Sorry, but Mr. Nicody was escorting a few of the guests at the time. I'm sure they will be happy to testify to that fact if you would like. Think me cocky all you would like, Mr. Wright, but my confidence is rarely misplaced.
Ugh.
Now then, it's probably safe to assume that after killing the victim in the hold, the defendant moved his body to the hall in order to dispose of it discreetly.
What do you mean by discreetly?
The defendant volunteered to take care of the reception's cleanup personally. That means he would have had the chance to dispose of everything that in any way he wanted, including taking the lantern off the airship without raising any suspicion. The intelligent note, Mrs. Wyatt volunteering for cleanup duty, Mr. Wright. For my last task as a servant of the Sprocket's household, I offered to take on the preparation and cleanup for the reception banquet.
I see.
Don't let her cook, chat. Don't let her cook. Gah.
Look at you, sweating buckets like a rookie, even after all these years. Nevertheless,
No, Edgeworth, that's just bad writing. Eso que le han escrito mal, Edgeworth, no te preocupes.
thank you for proving that the only person who could have killed the victim in the hold is Ellen Wyatt.
Ah! Great job, Phoenix. Now we're back to square one.
Perhaps you should ask Miss Shakis for some help in reviewing Defense for Dummies.
Edgeworth. Edgeworth, no te metas con Athena.
Way to go, sir. You've got Mr. Right in a cold sweat.
I wonder if maybe the promise of seeing that miserable look on his face is what brought me back to court today. It certainly made all of my stress and woes as chief prosecutor just melt away. I guess he had a lot of stress built up.
I'll give him something to stress over before we're through today. Phoenix? I will give him my divorce paper. No.
Your Honor, the prosecution asks that you render your verdict at this time. Before that man over there tries to throw the court into chaos with his meaningless bluffs.
I see. Mr. Wright. Are there any last meaningful bluffs you would like to present to this court?
Why does he have to assume it will be a bluff?
Nick, hurry up and throw a good one out there.
I will. Time trouble. Well, alright then. Let's see. I've got it. How do you know it was Miss Wyatt who used her keycard? After all, if it turns out that somebody else used her card, it would mean Miss Wyatt didn't do it.
Interesting. And are you able to prove this bluff to be true?
I assure you I'm not bluffing, Your Honor. Well, now what?
Wait a minute, Nick. I can think of a certain somebody who might have used Ellen's keycard.
You can?
Remember? The one who was sneaking around the hold, in spite of not being a family member?
Oh, that's right. Your Honor, the defense would like to call a certain witness to the stand. I need to get the testimony of this person, who may have entered the hall with Mrs. Wyatt's card. Larry Butts.
Take that!
That's your witness! Are you saying that that numbskull was on the airship? He never breathed a word about that to me.
That's not surprising because Mr. Nicoli told him to keep quiet about it. But Mr. Butts himself admitted it to me. He claimed to have found a way to sneak into the Flying Chapel's hall to see Miss Wyatt. This photo he took and gave to me is proof.
Was it he who moved the lantern with the body inside the reception hall?
You know as well as I that with him, anything is possible. And this is one possibility we should definitely look into.
I can't believe this. What in the world is he doing mixed up in this?
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You know what we have been saying since elementary school?
When something smells, it's usually the bats.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's Larry. He will pay for this.
Well, if you want to extract your payment now, it's right up there in the gallery.
Yikes!
Elif, seize the witness before he makes it run for it.
No! Why does this stuff always happen to me?
Sorry, Larry, but you brought this on yourself.
Let us break for a 15-minute recess. I ask that both sides prepare for the next witness testimony during this time.
Ay, Larry. September 22nd. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Oh, it's been a while since I've had this much fun and excitement. A face-off against Mr. Edgeworth. A harrowing tightrope walk for the defense.
Phew. I'm exhausted already.
Boss!
Hey, Athena.
I'm here for moral support.
I'm here for moral support. Thank you, Athena. Very cool. Athena, are you all done practicing for Truce's magic show?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I sorta ran away. But that's because she was putting my life in danger, I tell you.
I see. I think I will need to have a one-on-one with her. You're really athletic and fit, Athena, so Trucy probably thinks she can run you ragged.
That may be true. That is why not even Trusty can keep up with me when I run at full speed. Looks like you spoke too soon, Athena. Never underestimate the resourcefulness of a great magician. Huh? Magical girl Trucy Wright is on the scene! No! Now, Athena, it's time to practice human combustion magic.
Huh? Trucy, what? Okay, Trucy, we need to put you in court again.
Go on,
Douse yourself in this gasoline. Huh? Huh? Athena, a little backflip. This is a takedown.
but don't worry, it's a magic trick after all, so it's perfectly safe. Run away! Hey, you! You're not getting off that easily. They get along so well, don't they? It reminds me of the good old days. You, me, and Pearly. Oh, and Detective Gumshoe. Can't forget him.
Gumshoe mentioned. I mentioned Gumshoe.
We had all kinds of fun at the crime scenes back then, remember?
Gumshoe migajas literal. Toda su trama de Athena Speak. ¡Nigerunda yo, Smokey! Leaving me to do all the serious investigating as I recall. Trucy, te recuerdo que tuvimos que defenderte porque le clavaron 20 espadas a uno de tus colaboradores. Literal. Court will soon be back in session, Mr. Wright. Right, thank you.
So, Larry's the next witness, right? I can't wait to see what happens.
Dudley, I can already imagine it. Heinz, ¿dónde estará Gumshoe? Ella no está metida en esto. Pobre Gumshoe. Where is Gumshoe? I miss Gumshoe. I miss my big burly Gumshoe. September 22nd, District Court, Court number 6. Larry Bat. Everyone is here.
Court will now reconvene.
Nick, Edgy! The two of you are gonna hang me out to dry, aren't you? No, not the both of us. Just Mr. Wright. Nick, how could you?
I don't really think he did it, of course, but I've got to use whatever leads I can. But Mr. Bats, there's a possibility you moved the lantern that had the body in it. So if you want to clear yourself of any suspicion, all you have to do is testify.
Now then, your testimony please, witness.
Dios, menudo personaje. What a character. Nick is a jerk face, huh?
Nick, you big fat stinking jerk! How can you doubt your best bud? We've known each other since elementary school. Oh, well, get this, pal. Our friendship over.
Huh? Larry, that's not a testimony.
Well, go ahead, Mr. Wright. He's all yours.
Why me?
You're the one who called him to the stand, so he's your responsibility.
Thanks, old chum.
Can't any of you show me a little respect? Even just a shred.
No, shut up. You make us examine the witness, Mr. Wright.
I would if there were any testimony to cross-examine. Ugh.
Okay,
Hold it!
time to press. Larry, you're the first one who doesn't respect himself. Yeah, that's right.
Come on, Larry. Can't you please give me something real to work with?
Don't think I don't know what your tricks. If I say something careless, you're gonna show some evidence at me with a loud objection! And a super smug look on your face.
Yeah, well, that is my job.
And if I get found guilty, how are you gonna take responsibility for what you have done?
Why should I take responsibility for just doing my job?
You heartless jerk. Don't you have any compassion for me?
Oh, Larry.
Hold it!
I'm sorry, Mr. Bats, but if it wasn't Mr. Mrs. Wyatt that entered the hall with that car, then you're the most likely suspect.
Nick, are you seriously doubting the innocence of your old childhood friend?
Well, technically, yes. But it isn't personal, I assure you.
Oh, a true friend would believe in me no matter what. Can't you see my tears? Don't they mean anything to you? Nick, Nick.
You don't really think you can cry your way out of this, do you?
Okay, fine. In that case,
Hold it!
Larry, listen to me.
shut up. I'm not talking to you anymore. Gee.
This is getting us nowhere. Come off it, Larry.
Eh.
If you don't quit fooling around and start testifying, Miss Wyatt will be found guilty.
For real? For real? For real?
If no new information comes out of this cross-examination, then yes, Mr. Bats, for real.
Not that I would have a problem with that myself.
Golpe bajo, Phoenix, sí. Larry, just tell us the truth already. Did you or didn't you go into the hall and move the lantern up to the reception hall?
I never moved any bull lantern, I tell ya.
Bull lantern?
What? Did I say something weird?
You told me that you didn't attend the wedding reception.
Can you believe they told me only family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall.
Nice played, Phoenix, nice played.
Yeah, so what?
Then that's odd. No one in this courtroom ever mentioned the sex of the lantern that was moved. So, how could you know that it was a bull lantern?
You didn't have to actually go to the reception to know that. Anyone could tell there were two pegables by looking at the Flying Chapel's pamphlet.
All I can tell right now is that there's a strong scent of bull in the air in here. Bullshit. Please, add that last statement to your testimony, Mr. Bats.
Pam 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 parabaram param param param
Objection!
param parabaram param param.
I want you to take a look at this, Mr. Bats. Because unfortunately for you, the pamphlet clearly shows a pega cow and a pega bull in the example diagram of the reception hall.
Huh?
But on that day, instead of putting a pega cow and a pega bull out for the bride and groom, there were two male pega bulls on display.
Yeah.
Yet, somehow, you knew there were two pega bulls in the reception hall that day. There's only one way you would know something like that, Larry. It was you who moved the pega bull to the reception hall, wasn't it?
Ah! No! Larry, you didn't.
Mr. Bats, did you move the lantern containing the victim's body to the reception hall?
That's what it looks like. What?
Dios mío. Larry, what the fuck?
Hold it. Wait, Nick. You don't think I'm the murderer, do ya? Maybe you and Mr. Bloomsbury were fighting over Mrs. Wyatt and you ended up killing him? Maya, not you too. Look, I did sneak into the reception, that's as far as it went. You know me. I wouldn't hardly fly.
You snuck into the reception?
Yeah, sure, but some of the Sprocket men caught me and locked me up in one of the cabins. It was pretty awful, actually. And that's when I made that drawing of the pterodactyl I showed you, Nick.
Ixnay on the aerodactyl tape, Larry.
Mr. Wright, not even you would take this farce that far, would you?
We are talking about Larry. What do I do? Do I accuse Larry of being the true culprit?
No, of course not. I mean, but maybe. But maybe. No. I don't think he fucking did it. Okay. No, of course not.
No, you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Batts didn't have a reason to kill Mr. Bloomsbury.
Dios mío. Acusadle, a ver cómo le saca Edgeworth de esta. No, se me ha pasado, perdón. Sorry. I didn't accuse him.
He might have had an imaginary reason to kill Sorin Sprocket, sure, but not Mr. Bloomsbury.
After all, he did steal Mr. Sprocket's bride and try to elope with her. Just because I tried to steal somebody's bride doesn't make me a murderer.
I believe you, Larry. And I don't think you killed anybody either. You would never do anything like that.
Nick, old buddy, old pal. I knew you would come through for me.
Funny that, considering your sworn testimony just now that we were through.
Mr. Batts, it's time you told this court the whole truth. Understood?
Witness testimony.
Moving the lantern.
It's just like Nick said. I'm the one who moved the lantern.
Huh?
I was poking around the reception hall before the main event and saw a lantern was broken. There was a note on it that said, exchange with the one in the hall, Ellen.
No.
So I decided to do Ellie a favor.
Oh, you switched the lanterns before the reception, did you? And that means the victim really was killed before the reception. Broken lantern updated in the court record.
It would appear that Mr. Batts completely fell for the defendant's scheme. Scheme? What scheme? This note from the defendant. Exchange with the one in the hold, Ellen. Mr. Batts moved the lantern with the body in it up to the reception hall because of this note. And thus, he has become a suspect in Mr. Bloomsbury's murder. That second lantern did feel pretty heavy. But I never would have thought that there was a dead body in it.
Ugh. What's a note like that doing on a lantern in the first place?
Hold it! You've got it all wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. I left that note for myself. It was simply a reminder because I can be very forgetful.
Objection!
What a sorry excuse, Mrs. Wyatt. The prosecution contends that this note shows one facet of the defendant's murderous plan. And you, Mr. Batts, you played right into Mrs. Wyatt's hands. No way, Edgy! I don't believe it.
Objection!
Do you still really believe Mrs. Wyatt to be the culprit, Mr. Edgeworth?
Of course. My stance on the matter remains unchanged. If you think I'm wrong, then prove it with your cross-examination.
Gladly.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examination.
Moving the lantern. A lantern was broken. The lantern in which the victim's body was found. Larry wheeled it from the hall to the reception hall before the reception began.
Hold it!
The lantern you swapped out was a female Pegamo. A Pega cow, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Why did you replace a female lantern with a male one?
Because I was too busy trying not to get caught.
Hmm.
I didn't have time to check for little details like that.
If you didn't want to get caught, you could have just left well enough alone, you know?
Whatever. Anyway, when I took a look at the broken lantern I saw,
There was a note on it that said...
Hold it!
That note wasn't addressed to you, was it?
well, I guess not, but how could I let my dear sweet Ellie do all of that hard physical labor on her own?
It's precisely that thought process that constantly gets you in trouble, Larry.
Besides, it was my big chance to show her how much I cared about her.
Hold it!
Nobody saw you at the whole time while you were switching the lanterns.
Nope, I didn't get caught. Not that time anyway.
Not that time.
Yeah, when I had tried to sneak into the reception hall the first time,
Oh no.
I didn't have as much luck. Those sprocket guys spotted me and nabbed me.
No, Larry.
All of my words are failing me right now.
Pretty exciting, don't you think?
Larry, you need help.
And then they locked me up in one of the cabins. Nick, what are you asking about stuff like this for anyway? Shouldn't you be trying to prove Ellie's innocence?
Well, is that statement of his important to the case?
Sure, why not?
Mr. Bat's trying to cross the reception and subsequently getting locked up in a cabin. I believe this might be important facts in this case, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Bats, please add that statement to your testimony. I tried to sneak into the reception hall, but I got caught and locked up in a cabin. Ok, si te encerraron, ¿cómo es que pudiste mover el esto? If you got caught the first time, how were you able to escape through the cabin?
Objection!
No. I tried to sneak into the reception hall and I got caught and locked up in a cabin.
Hold it!
So you got locked up. Then what happened?
I broke out.
Por supuesto, of course.
Then I started looking for Ellie and wandered into the reception hall again. That's when I saw the broken lantern and replaced it.
Even after they caught you and locked you up, you still went looking for Mrs. White? But hold on a minute.
What is it, Nick?
Maya, doesn't something seem weird to you? Larry is saying he replaced the lantern after he broke out of the cabin.
That's right. Oh, wait, huh? You're right. Doesn't make much sense, does it?
Mr. Wright, have you found an inconsistency in the witness's statement?
Hydration, thank you, Mark.
El cuello también.
Yes, I believe so, Your Honor. Mr. Bats moved the lantern after he broke out of the cabin, but that contradicts with this.
Larry wheeled it from the hold to the reception before the reception began.
Take that!
Is that...
Yes, it's the broken lantern, Your Honor. Mr. Bats, what you're saying doesn't make any sense at all.
What? Why not?
You swapped the lanterns before the reception began, right?
Yeah, that's what I said, isn't it?
but you also just said that you swapped the lanterns after you got locked up in a cabin for trying to sneak into the reception. In other words, you're saying you swapped the lanterns both before the reception and after the reception took place.
That certainly doesn't make any sense, does it? Mr. Bats, do you swap the lanterns before or after the reception?
Which was it? Before or after? There's a world of difference between the two.
Well, Mr. Bats,
I guess I can't expect the guys like you to understand.
what the... Larry, baja los putos humos. Larry, calm the fuck down.
In a nutshell, it was both before and after the reception.
What?
I tried to sneak into the first reception and got locked up.
The first reception? Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going.
Then, through the power of Ellie's pendant, time got rewound, and we went back to the time before the reception. It was after that when I replaced the lantern. So it was both before the reception and after the reception. Get it? We went back in time to before the reception. So, of course, the reception would take place one more time after that, right? That's why what I said makes perfect sense.
Oh, Larry.
Mr. Wright, what in the world is the witness talking about? Has he developed some sort of intellectual ailment that I'm not aware of since I saw him last?
Well...
None of the sprockets seem to remember the time skip, but I do. And Ellie remembers it too. I think the power of our love for each other made that miracle happen.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but... Could you please translate this man's gibberish to the rest of us so we can understand?
So now I have to be the one to explain about this whole time travel thing?
Go on, Nick. I know you can do it. Looks like you don't have much choice, Nick.
To heck with it. I can't lose any more of my dignity today anyway. The defendant, Miss Ellen Wyatt, has told the defense the following strange story. She said that after the reception ended, she was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury. She claims that, as she was being assaulted, she made a wish upon her pendant. Please, take me back to that blissful moment. In doing so... time apparently rewound itself to just before the reception began.
What?
Joder, le ha destrozado la vida a Edgeworth. Edgeworth is bewildered.
It what?
I know it's hard to believe, but think about it this way. Through the power of the pendant, both Ellen Wyatt and Larry Bats experience time travel.
What?
Oopsies.
Objection!
What absolute rubbish. Mr. Wright, I've heard my fair share of your nonsense over the years. But this takes the cake. Have you thoroughly lost your mind?
Layton se está partiendo la polla de su despacho en la universidad. Es literal, le está viendo en diferido. Layton is watching the trial live from his office in London, and he's fucking cracking up.
Objection!
Oh, very good. Nicely done, Mr. Wright. he's like sipping tea as he watches the trial. But this is simply the conclusion I came to. Using that logic ability you love so much. Hostia, Phoenix, hacía falta esa puñalada. Phoenix, are you fucking out of your goddamn mind?
What?
Le ha hecho referencia a su juego, porque la lógica es una mecánica en su juego, y encima le ha metido puñalada. Violencia, literal. He made a fucking reference to Miles' game, amazing. The truth of the matter is, the future president of Sprocket Aviation, Soren Sprocket, has been researching time machines. So, what if a time machine has already been successfully created? And what if that's one of Sprocket Aviation's top secret inventions?
A time machine?
Yeah, I even saw something while we were time traveling. I saw a pterodactyl flying through the sky. Maybe the airship was set to travel through time for the honeymoon trip?
What? A pterodactyl?
Objection!
Layton, haha, amateurs. I have investigated this time travel technology 15 years ago. Yes.
You can't possibly have any evidence to back up your ridiculous time travel theory.
Well,
As I thought. In any case, I now have the evidence to prove that you're no more intelligent than Larry. Hold it. Not so fast now, AG. I'm not the same old Larry you used to know.
Oh?
You want evidence? I've got your evidence right here. This is a photo I secretly took of the first reception.
Larry, what the fuck?
What?
what?
You're not dealing with the average Larry anymore. Bueno, I mean, there's an investigation from the United Kingdom from Professor Layton that says, Larry, I can't believe you... well, anyways, good job. If we compare the photos of the first and second receptions and can find a difference, then we'll be able to prove that the reception was held twice.
But do you really think such a difference exists?
Yes, Your Honor. I just need some time to find it for you.
This is preposterous.
Very well, please show the court what's different then.
This is proof. This is proof positive that the wedding reception was held twice. The roses. The not so yellow roses.
Take that!
Take that! Please direct your attention to Mrs. White's bouquet of flowers. In the photo one of her in-laws took, the defendant is holding a yellow bouquet. But in the photo Mr. Butts took, he's holding a red bouquet. Por eso esperaba con la carita empapada. At least they are not white roses. Sean, silencio porque ella sí que lleva rosas blancas mientras está detenida.
You're right. That's impossible.
What does this mean?
It means the defendant really did experience two wedding receptions. And she did that when she traveled back through time.
What?
Rojas, amarillas, blancas, so real, literal.
Nick, you did it. You proved Ellen's time travel story to be true.
Yeah, I can hardly believe it myself. It's just as Ellen said. The reception was held twice. This turns every assumption we have based this trial on upside down.
Objection!
I quit.
Y se va. Se va de la corte.
I refuse to accept such a ludicrous argument. It is pure fiction under the guise of pseudoscience at best.
I'm going to keep that one for personal use.
There is simply no such thing as time travel.
I know it's hard, but can't you suspend your disbelief for 1 nanosecond, Edgeworth?
I bet sci-fi movies push all your buttons the wrong way, don't they, Mr. Edgeworth? I can totally picture you yelling, that would never happen every 5 seconds at the screen.
Okay, but then, how the hell did the first picture stood through the time loop? Porque lo tenía Larry, Larry tenía la foto y él viajó en el tiempo. Larry had the picture on himself and he traveled back in time with it. Pero que son estas puñaladas a Miles, literal. What are these attacks to Miles?
Maybe you should just stay away from movie dates altogether. That's neither here nor there. This is real life we're talking about.
But the proof is clearly shown in the two photographs.
That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. Now that Joven explica...
Fine, I will entertain your absurd delusion. If only to demolish it before your very eyes.
What?
Let's start with this then, shall we? There's only one thing on your time travel theory fails to explain. And that is the memories of the other guests there. The defendant and Larry remember the reception occurring twice. But no member of the Sprocket family has ever mentioned such a thing.
That's because the time machine is classified technology. I'm not done, your bird brain. Why are you calling Phoenix Mistia, Edgeworth?
Bird brain? I'm not Mistia.
As I was saying, if the entire family had been sworn to secrecy, then why hadn't they sworn the woman who was marrying into the family to secrecy too?
That's a good point.
Honestly, all it takes is a little common sense, Mr. Wright.
Even still.
Acabo de cambiar muy rápido de opinión. Espero que no haya viajado en el tiempo. Uf.
How do we know that the trip through time did not really occur? There is proof in the photos that it did. And besides, if time travel doesn't exist, well, I would be a little disappointed, frankly. I was hoping to go back to the days of my youth.
You mustn't allow yourself to be taken in by Mr. Wright's whimsical tales, Your Honor.
El juez se lo quiere creer para viajar al pasado, increíble.
I've read about it in various literature, you see. And they all say that time travel is just not logically feasible.
Ugh.
Maybe your argument was just a little too nonsensical, Nick.
I don't think she did travel to the past. I think there's a setup being done here that we don't know how to just yet. No creo que hubo viaje en el tiempo. Creo que ha habido un setup raro para ocultar el crimen, de verdad.
Well, in that case, why don't we put common sense to the test?
Excuse me?
The wedding reception was held twice. The photos are proof of that. But it wasn't because of time travel. It's simply because the reception had actually been held twice. Isn't that the most reasonable way to interpret the situation?
Would you care to elaborate, Mr. Wright?
If time travel doesn't exist, then there's only one way to make sense of what happened.
Llevo toda una solución como Leighton en el futuro perdido. Quienes hayan jugado sabrán a lo que me refiero, sí.
Somebody must have orchestrated this strange phenomenon. And that somebody is the gods.
The gods.
Hold up. The truth about time travel. The gods! Such a mysterious phenomenon could only have been caused by the gods themselves.
Y Sanz, tu idea es buena, pero el problema es que estaban en el aire. O sea, un poco complicado hacer lo de Leighton en medio del aire, ¿sabes?
I suppose the gods would be able to rewind time. Or make the wedding reception happen twice, wouldn't they?
Indeed they would, Your Honor.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please bring these gods here to testify before this court.
Maya, do you think you could?
Not a chance.
On behalf of the gods who come to be here today, please, have some divine punishment. No!
A ver, no literalmente eso. Una actuación como lo que has dicho tú de dos recepciones. Había... Pues, había dos zeppelines. There were two zeppelins. Right. Let's load. And that somebody is everyone at the reception.
What if all of the guests at the reception conspire together? To hold the reception twice and keep quiet about it.
What?
And for what purpose would they conspire to do such a thing?
Well,
Cri cri. Cri cri. Uy. Haha. Haha. A brilliant deduction, defense. I can tell that you're not a renowned lawyer for nothing. I must say, I underestimated you.
how so, Mr. Nicody?
You have managed to name each event precisely as they happened. You have revealed it all to the light of day.
Then that means...
It was us. We orchestrated the whole thing. Yes, the reception was held twice. But not because of time travel, no. We simply held it a second time.
What? Why? Why would you do such a thing?
To make it as though the murder Miss Ellen committed never happened. Master Sorin figured that if Miss Ellen, who had killed Groomsbury after the first reception, experience the reception one more time, she would think it was all a dream. It was he who ordered us to make it happen. However, only a few, myself included, knew of Miss Ellen's crime.
Are you saying most of the guests attended 2 receptions without knowing why?
Indeed, they needed no reason. Master Sorin told them to do it, and do it they did. That is the Sprocket way.
Then who hid the body in the lantern?
We did, but we did not anticipate the petals finding their way in, nor the actions of Mr. Butts.
And that's how you intended to cover the whole situation up?
There is just one thing everyone here has wrong. The real scene of the murder was not the hold. It was the Vista deck.
What? Then Miss West's recollection of the events must be correct.
I admit we tried to cover this incident up. But the fact that Miss Ellen killed Gloomsbury is undeniable.
This is quite a turn of events. A turnabout, if you will.
And so it appears we have arrived at the truth at last.
Now.
Please, do feel free to travel back in time, Mr. Wright. And attempt to do this trial over again. Go on.
Let's not get hasty, Edgeworth.
I bet you can do it.
I bet I can't either.
Your Honor, we will have to hold a separate trial for the cover-up conspiracy later. But as far as this case goes, I believe we are ready for your ruling.
Objection!
Just before the defendant lost consciousness during her attack, she says she saw someone strike the victim. It's possible that this third party is the true culprit.
Objection!
You still want us to believe the defendant's words? Perhaps you have lost more than your touch during your time abroad. This third-person nonsense is nothing but rubbish, and you know it.
Objection!
But, by the same token, how can we trust those who conspired and lied to fool this court of law? For all we know, they might still be hiding something.
Eh. You never know when to quit, do you?
Oh no, calm down, both of you. In any case, there isn't enough trustworthy information yet for me to render a verdict.
Ha venido aquí el juez a poner orden. The judge came here to just to tell Phoenix and Edgeworth, hey, calm down, we're going to do this the right way.
I suggest we continue the trial after both sides have investigated the matter further.
Very well, Your Honor.
Phew, that was close.
Mr. Nicody, as per you and your cohort's attempts to cover up this crime, your case will be brought to a separate trial following the resolution of this current one.
Understood, Your Honor.
Well then, this concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned.
Okay, we haven't learned a lot of information apart from the fact that there were two receptions, but it's nice to know that we have taken the time travel aspect out of it. Alright, Day 2, Investigation 2. September 22nd, 1:48 PM. Write Anything Agency.
What? So the whole time traveling thing was just a ruse put on by the guests at the reception?
Looks like it. I knew there had to be some kind of trick to it.
Oh, 2 wedding receptions. Can you imagine? Dragons? I wonder how much that must have cost them. Also, I should really watch Arcane in Season 2. I need to do that. At some point, I'm not Athena, by the way. I'm just stuck in this voice. Help! Help!
I have no idea. But if you have to ask, you're not rich enough to want to know. Still, if you have got the money, it's a pretty good way to cover things up if you ask me.
You got that right. I'm sure I would have been completely fooled. Hi, I'm back.
Hey Maya, are you all set to go?
Yep. Ready when you are. So, what should we start with?
Let's start with reviewing what we learned at the trial. What Ellen thought was time travel was really just a performance put on by the Sprockets. But other than that, it seems that what Ellen told us was actually all true.
So, what really matters right now is... The identity of the mystery person Ellen said she saw while she was being attacked. So, who is this mystery person?
That's the million-dollar question, I'm afraid. But if we want to clear Ellen of any suspicion, then figuring out who they are is key.
I think I will take toilets for $200 instead, Mr. Wright.
Well, at least there were only so many people on that airship that night. And we know who the mastermind of the whole cover-up plot was too, so that's good.
You mean the groom, Sonny's Sprocket, right?
Exactly. He might know something that could help us out.
So then, what am I doing here?
I'm
a very busy man, you know.
Well, all of the other people involved are Sony's family members. So I thought I'd better start by interviewing you. Even if I probably shouldn't, because the word out of your mouth.
Oh man. I have a really tight schedule, but... Ah, heck. What are friends for, right? Okay, pal, go ahead. Ask me anything.
You do remember it was you who came to me for help in the first place, right? The incident. I want to go over exactly what happened before I step outside this office again. Since you were there, Larry, do you think you could help me get it all straight in my head?
If I gotta. Okay,
so the first reception was held at 7 PM on the day of the incident. That's the one you tried to crash, right?
oh yeah, that's right. And then they locked me up in a cabin. It was awful, I tell you.
Too bad we're not here to focus on you, Larry. And then the incident occurred after this first reception at around 10 PM. Ellen was attacked in the reception hall by Gloomsbury. ¡Pum! Te pego. Vas a tomar ibuprofeno, lo quieras o no. You're going to have ibuprofen whether you like it or not. He forced her out onto the Vista deck and was just about to kill her.
But Ellie fought back and ended up killing all Gloomsbury instead. To cover it up, the family quickly threw together a second reception. That's what Edgy is claiming anyway. But I know my Ellie didn't do it.
The key point here is the mystery person Ellen said she saw strike Gloomsbury just before she passed out. Did you see anybody suspicious skulking around that day?
Nope, not a soul. Because I was locked up in a cabin at the time.
But you managed to escape and sneak back into the reception hall. That's when you switched the lantern in the event hall with the lantern in the hall, right? Did you see anybody then?
Nope, the place was completely deserted. I guess because that Pierce Butler guy had everybody gathered together somewhere.
That makes sense. He must have been going over the cover-up plan with them. So clearly, the murder had already happened by the time Larry got out. They must have gotten everything ready fast and had the second reception soon after that.
Then, after the second reception, Ellie went to clean up the reception hall. And as luck would have it, that's when she found the body in the lantern I had brought up. I tried to do something nice for Ellie out of the goodness of my heart, and this happened.
We still don't know exactly what happened during the actual murder itself. We'll just have to look into it, along with the identity of that mystery person.
The cabin.
So, while the murder was taking place, you were locked up in a cabin. Did you see anything unusual while you were in there?
In the cabin? Let's see. Well, there was that pterodactyl flying through the sky. That's pretty unusual.
Oh, right. That drawing of that pterodactyl you saw.
Well, it's only air quotes. I really did see it, I swear.
But Larry, the time travel thingy never actually happened. Which means you couldn't have seen a real pterodactyl flying through the sky.
Oh. Are you doubting the eye of the super popular picture book author?
No, I'm just sure you saw something else and mistook that for a flying reptile.
Nick, you're making me doubt my own eyes. Now I'm not even sure what eyes though.
Laurie's drawing updated in the court record. Either way, you have no idea what actually happened at the real scene of the murder?
That's right. And I can say that with every confidence. Oh wow, would you look at the time? I better go, I have a book signing to get to.
A book signing? Whose book?
Whose do you think? It's mine, of course. It's a Loris the Duke's name book signing.
I bet you went around and begged a bunch of bookstores to let you do one.
Of course not. The other one's going around to beg me.
Looks like I guessed right.
Anyway, I have to go. I'll send you 10 copies of my new book that just got released the other day. Alright?
And 10? That's very generous of you.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna send you the bill too, of course. Just put it down as office expenses or something. Well, see ya.
Wait, Larry, we don't need... he's gone.
I'll take a copy, boss. Oh, and make sure it's signed.
Oh boy. Trucy's not gonna like this office expense. Angie Trucy.
There goes our first lead. What do you want to tackle next, Nick?
Right. We should really hit the streets now, huh? How about we go see Ellen?
Sounds good, boss. I bet I can cheer her up.
I thought you were going to help Trucy with her magic show again today, Athena. Weren't you supposed to go meet her right about now? Trucy said she was going to practice her new trick on you, if I recall.
On me? Really?
Trucy's show is an important source of income for our agency, you know. She's the one who literally brings in the money. So you can leave the case to us, and you go ahead and run along now.
But boss?
Off you go, Athena.
No! I don't wanna die!
Rip, Athena, that's the last time we solve her. We'd better get going too, Maya.
Okay.
Ta ta ra ra ta ra ra ta. Que en paz descanse, Athena. September 22nd, Detention Center. Visitor's room.
Oh, my poor sweet Sorin. I wonder how he's getting along without me.
Hello, Ellen.
Oh, Mr. Wright. What's going to happen with the trial, do you think?
Well, first and foremost, we have to hurry up and find this mystery person you saw just before you passed out.
Do you think that person could be the real killer?
It's quite possible, and if we can prove that, we can clear you of all charges. Actually, would you happen to know where Sorin is right now? Saca una plancha, literal. She just pulls out an iron.
He's usually busy with meeting all afternoon, but he should be home by evening.
I think I'd better go have a chat with him later then. Why am I being treated to a view of someone's underwear?
Mr. Wright, don't tell me. You suspect my sweet Sorin.
Well, he is the one who masterminded the second reception after the time skip. So I thought he might be able to tell us something.
How could you, Mr. Wright? You can't possibly think my Sorin would never kill someone.
Alright. Just calm down.
No, not if you're accusing my Sorin.
Please, I'm not accusing anybody, so please put the pan and ladle down, alright?
Really?
Cross my heart. So for now, would you mind if I ask you a few more things about the case? I better be careful not to provoke her. Sorin. You tell me about Sorin.
There's nothing to tell. He's squeaky clean.
Alright, okay. Maybe I should avoid the topic of Sorin right now. Let's talk about something else then.
Fine, but you want to hear a peep out of me about Sorin.
Talk about pulling teeth. Here's Nicotine. Le quiero mucho, señora, literal, la quiero muchísimo. You tell me about Pierce Nicotine then.
Pierce. He came to Sprocket Manor about a year ago. As the family butler, he's now in charge of everything in the household.
Only a year ago? Did he have some kind of special connection with the family?
I'm just a maid, so I'm not privy to such things, I'm afraid.
It might have been Sorin's order, but Pierce is the one who coordinated the whole thing. He's the one who really orchestrated the grand time travel farce. He must have quite a bit of authority in that family. But, no matter how good he is at his job, how could anybody gain that much influence in a single year?
I really don't know. I mean, he is an excellent butler. Wouldn't that explain it?
Is it really as simple as that? Time travel. What you thought was time travel was really just a cover-up carried out by your in-laws. Pierre said Sorin was the one who ordered the whole thing.
I still can't believe it. Maybe the second reception was fake. Sorin would never use time travel for something like that. He's really serious about his time machine research, you know.
I heard there's a reason he's researching time machines, actually. Something about something he wishes he would change. But isn't the whole idea of traveling back in time itself a little fantastic?
I don't think so. After all, Sorin said real-time travelers do exist.
Really now? You think he knows someone who actually travels through time?
That's right. I haven't seen him personally, but Sorin said as much. So I believe it.
Somebody who actually travels through time, huh? It's pretty hard to believe. I think he just found Layton's article about the time travel thing in London and ate it up. Thank you, Ellen.
You're going out to do your investigation now, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Please, make sure you don't cause Sorin any trouble, okay?
I'm afraid I can't promise you that.
What? Please, whatever you do. Please don't upset my poor Sorin any further. I'm begging you.
Phoenix? No. He has to be honest with his clients. I'll do my best not to cause him any unnecessary trouble.
Oh, I couldn't believe this Sorin ever came under suspicion. I'd rather be found guilty myself.
Yikes! Ellen, please, don't work yourself up like this. You don't want Sorin to worry, do you? Pobre señora, literal. Look, the eye! The fucking eye twitched back into place. La pestaña del ojo derecho se le ha subido hacia arriba, entre pose y pose.
No, you're right.
The eyelash from her right eye popped back up into place after the animation was done. And the flood water receded once more. I'm not crazy, chat. I'm not crazy.
So, what do we do now, Nick?
Well, Ellen said Sorin is usually in meetings until evening, so... Justo mira al otro lado, no. Let's save our house call until then. Why don't we go to the morning deck and figure out our next move from there?
Roger, Nick. Oh, poor Selena. I feel so sad about what happened to her. Selena!
Serena! Serena? Maria's sister? Claro. Now, dear Maya, we inhale copious amounts of cocaine. Or copium as well. Yikes! Ellen, please try to calm down. Pretty please, with sugar on top.
Serena and I were supposed to be happy. For Selena's sake, too.
Pobrecilla.
We should probably leave this topic alone, Nick.
Oh, she's back. La Selena la palmó, claro. Serena, la hermana de María, de Symphogear. Sorry. September 22nd. Sprocket Park, Morning Dock. Morning Dock. So, where should we start?
Let's see. Are there any places we haven't examined yet? We already investigated the reception hall and Sprocket Manor.
I know. We haven't looked at the visitor deck or the hold yet.
Hey, you're right. We still got some pretty important places left to examine, don't we?
No, she was pretty. Yeah. She was great.
The Vista deck is the actual scene of the murder, right?
And the lantern with the body in it was stored in the hold. I think there's a good chance we'll find some important clues in those locations.
Do we know how to get to the hall?
Good question. I think it was labeled in that diagram of the airship in this pamphlet.
There it is.
Aha. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Wow, that sign really got smashed up.
There were some really high winds yesterday. And they say that that bench was blown right into the sign.
Wow! I wish I could have seen that.
If you have been there, you would have gotten blown away by the wind too, you know.
That sounds kind of fun, actually. Don't tell me you never tried to use an umbrella to fly when you were a kid.
I think I will take staying alive for fun. Thank you very much.
Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive.
The hold. Hold it, if you will. September 22nd, Flying Chapel, hold. So this is the hold. This is where Pierce orchestrated the whole cover-up operation. We better go over this place with a fine-tooth comb.
Hey, Nick? When are we supposed to need a keycard to get in here?
Oh, you're right. I wonder why it was unlocked. How's it going, Mr. Wright? I knew it. I fucking knew it. Emma, what are you doing here? Just a little independent investigating, for my own sake. Gotta keep the mind sharp. Ah, so the door security system was turned off for the police investigation. We would like to investigate the hold ourselves. Would that be alright? Yeah, sure. The police just finished their examination anyway. Thanks. We'll just take a quick look around then. Oh, right. You should know that the floor dowels has a huge lift. You use that lever way back there to raise it up to the vista deck. The police inspected it already, but didn't find anything of particular interest, it seems. If you do go up to the vista deck with the lift, be careful not to fall off. Got it, thanks. That goes double for you, Maya.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you have like the same age? Yeah, 27, 28. She's younger than you, Maya. Well, let's get this show on the road. The incident. Again. Any progress with your investigation? Nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Almost everybody was involved with the cover-up. So it's hard to know who or what to believe. I know what you mean. Unless you have some compelling evidence, I'm afraid it's going to be a tough trial for you. You're telling me. There isn't much time left, so I've just got to make do and see what I can turn up. Alright, flowers.
These are the flowers we saw in Larry's photo.
The petals make them look like little gears. The perfect flower for the Sprocket family, huh? Maybe they were going to shower the couple with the petals?
You mean, kind of like how people throw rice or confetti?
Yeah, like that. Only these were found at the scene of the murder instead. No, poor Maya. There must be the dishes and these must be the dishes and glasses they used for receptions. Very fancy. I bet we'll be in big trouble if we broke any of them.
Ooh, I wanna see Nick.
You, young lady, need to stay far, far away from them.
Nick. You think I'm going to break them, don't you?
Let's just say your rap shit for breaking things doesn't help your case. Poor Maya. Pobre Maya. So, this is the airship's engine. It's pretty impressive.
And it's all rhythmic, like heartbeat. It's the little heart of the Flying Chapel. Look at all those huge gears spinning around and around and around and around and up. I think I'm starting to get dizzy.
Yeah, me too.
Woof.
Alright. Oh, look. There's the lever to the lift Emma told us about.
It's still going up on it. I'll go flip the switch. Here goes nothing.
Wait, I'm not even on yet. I'm not even on it yet. Oh. Oh no. Hey, Maya, stop the lift. Bro, the police are fucking useless.
Oops, sorry. I got a little carried away.
Never mind that. Moreover, a little.
Okay.
Is that blood? Oops, ketchup. Blood? Let me see. Could it be Mr. Gloomsbury blood? Well, this lead goes up to the vista deck where the murder took place, so I think that's the most logical conclusion. IRL police too. Yeah. IRL police especially. But I thought the victim was clubbed to death and that there wasn't much blood. Something tells me I'd better take a picture of this. I should ask him about it some more later. Maya, can you bring the lift back down for now?
You got it. I'll go flip the switch again. There.
Alright.
Done.
I want to find out some more about that blood stain. But for now, I guess we should go up to the Vista deck and take a good look around the actual crime scene for ourselves.
The view must be great from up there. I bet it will be awesome.
You mean it would be if it wasn't the scene of a murder?
Okay, to the Vista deck we go. Make sure you actually get on the lift this time, Nick.
I know.
Okay, I will just flip the switch again and away we go.
No, I want to examine the other stuff. No! Man, this whole trial is giving me Great Ace Attorney vibes. And I love that.
Oh, look at the gorgeous view.
So this is where Ellen was attacked, and Mr. Bloomsbury was killed. Jeez, one wrong step and it's kersplat on the ground below.
Should we go investigate the stuff that's a little closer to the edge?
Well, I don't see much of anything over there. The police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so... maybe we don't need to?
Oh, I get it. Just scared, aren't you, Nick?
Of course not. Come on, let's go back down and finish checking out the hall. No, Phoenix, no. Me cago en tu muerto, Phoenix. Phoenix, just let me do my job. Alright? Jesus Christ, okay.
Oh, it's a cake, Nick. A cake. It's so big they wouldn't miss one little piece, would they?
If you're not in the mood for a mouthful of styrofoam, sure, knock yourself out.
I mean, it's not real. Well, it sure fooled me. I was so ready to have some of that. To have some that I'm really craving cake now. Come on, Nick. Let's go get some.
Maybe after the trial is over. Huh. It looks like there are some fingerprints on this candelabra. Yeah, I just got done dusting that. I was able to pull a set of left-hand prints. Do you know whose prints they are? Yes. The prints belong to the victim, Thomas Bloomsbury, because he's left-handed. Boom, I knew it.
Nick! I just figured out something amazing.
You did?
Get this. If the fingerprints on the candelabra were from his left hand, then Mr. Doom and Gloom must have been left-handed. What do you think of that? They have the makings of a great detective or what?
Vale, este caso está claramente inspirado en el Great Ace Attorney. This case is very inspired in the Great Ace Attorney. A great detective? Really, Maya? You want to be Sherlock Holmes now? You're going to start dancing as well? You're really solid you thought that deduction was in any way encyclopedic. Yippee! Dance of deduction time! Hey, you're pretty good, Maya. I looked into it myself and sure enough, the victim really was left-handed.
Really? I got it right? Awesome.
Good for you, Maya.
Good for you. That's all you have got to say.
I think you did a really good job, Maya. Way to go. I guess one can never have too much info.
Now you're talking.
But come to think of it, this candelabra isn't in the photo Larry took of the hall, is it?
That picture was taken when they were getting ready for the first reception, right? The candelabra must have been brought in here sometime after that too. After that, then.
It's still possible it has something to do with the incident, though. I'll better add it to the evidence file just in case. Oh, by the way, Mr. Wright, you can have this fingerprint powder if you like. You're giving this to us? Sure. I have 4 other sets. Thanks. I feel like there's something more to the candelabra, but I can't put my finger on it. Yeah, if the candelabra was brought here after the first reception, which is when Bloomsbury was already dead, why does it have his fingerprints? What's that? A wedding bell?
According to this pamphlet, it's used on the Vista deck during wedding ceremonies to bless the newlyweds.
I guess they disassemble and straight away here in the hall when it's not being used. So, there are 2 male Pegable lanterns in the reception hall. That must mean that these 2 are female Pegakao lanterns.
Larry got their sexes mixed up when he replaced the one in the reception hall, huh? Didn't he see the horns? The difference is pretty glaring if you ask me.
And yet, he managed not to notice. That's what makes Larry, Larry. And Larry being Larry is why I have seen more than my fair share of trouble for a lifetime. Oh, Mr. Wright. You know that the lantern the victim was found inside of in the reception hall? I'm just about to go piece it back together so the police can examine it. Oh, okay. We'll stop by for a look too, once you're done fixing it.
Ooh, look, Nick, it's an airplane.
I wonder if Sorin built that one too.
Hey, why don't we take it for a spin? Just a quick tour around the neighborhood.
And who do you propose is going to pilot that wooden death trap?
Me, of course. Who else? Don't worry. I have seen people fly airplanes on TV plenty of times.
I think I'll pass. Maya, no. I've still got my whole life ahead of me. Right. I think that's everything in here. Yep. The candelabra. Emma, can we check out this candelabra a little more? A little more? What do you... Oops! What happened? Oh, I almost dropped the candelabra and the candle slipped off. Well, let's be careful with that. It might be important evidence. Wait a minute. Now what? One of the pins that holds the candle is broken. What? There's definitely something fishy about this candelabra. There is? What makes you say that? How did forensic investigators' intuition? They really dusted this for prints earlier. Oh, let's test it with the luminal this time. Knowing Emma, she would use every test she has at the same time if she could. Just hang on. This will only take a second. I hope this turns up in your lead somehow. Well, Emma, did you find anything? Take a look at this, Mr. Wright. Ooh. What is all that blood doing on there? So, the victim was stabbed? Or maybe the true killer was stabbed by Gloomsbury? Maybe somebody got hurt while they were setting up for the reception. These pins are pretty sharp. But if one of the pins is broken, it means there was some force involved. Do you think maybe somebody got stabbed? But nobody reported anything like that. That's quite a bit of blood. Wonder whose it is. Yeah, if I have anything that might shed some light on that, I should probably show it to Emma. Emma, about this bloodstain. Wasn't something about it struck you as odd? What's so odd about the victim's blood? That's not exactly... There's just something about it that bothers me. Now that you mention it, I can't say I necessarily disagree with you. Maybe I should talk about this some more with her. The bloodstain. About this bloodstain. What about it? There's something about it that's been bothering me. Oh yeah? What's that? Well, there's a huge bloodstain on the crime scene lift. Any bloodstain candelabra. Now, this is only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these 2 bloodstains are from... I don't think the body was stabbed, or I don't think that Emma could have missed the fact that the victim was stabbed. So they might be from different sources. Maybe the blood from here is the blood of the killer. Or maybe I think the most reasonable source is that I think the most easy answer is that they are from the same source, which would simplify things a lot. So I'm going with that because this is a game after all, so it has to simplify things a little bit.
I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source. I guess that is a possibility. Can we compare the two bloodstains? Would that take a lot of time? Are you kidding? Don't underestimate the power of science. Don't underestimate the power of science. I love you, Emma. It will be done in a jiffy. Emma, you are the best. And the results are in. That didn't take long now, did it? It seems that the bloodstain from the lift and candelabra are from the same person.
Lift bloodstain update in the court record.
Well, the victim was stabbed to death, and there wasn't all that much blood.
But if this isn't Mr. Gloomsbury blood...
Well, this is just a guess, but... What if Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed somebody with the candelabra pin? Yeah, that was my idea. That would explain both the huge bloodstain on the lift and the blood on the candelabra.
Oh my goodness! If that's true... Then that means there was somebody else present at the scene of the murder.
It does, doesn't it? This just may substantiate Ellen's statement about a third person. Emma, will you have this blood analyzed?
Sure thing.
A mysterious bloodstain on a candelabra with the victim's prints on it. This just may be the thing to back up Ellen's memory of seeing a third person. Next up, the reception hall. It may be worth taking another look around in there.
The reception hall. The forensics team is in there investigating right now.
Oh, they are?
Well, we don't have much time to just sit around, so let's go check out something else.
Good idea. We could go question some people. Especially Soren. I have quite a few questions for that guy.
Sounds good, Nick.
Off to do some legwork then.
Yep, I thought we'd head to Soren's house for starters.
We also accompanied the police on their investigation here earlier, but... he's probably home by now.
Great, thanks. Later, Emma.
Goodbye, Emma. I'll miss you. Bye.
September 22nd. Sprocket Manor. Foyer.
I still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is.
Just don't touch anything.
I wasn't going to.
She was definitely going to.
Maya, no. Maya, aleja esas manos. Esas manos quietecitas, no puedo verlas. I was told I had guests.
Thank you for seeing us, Soren. We know you're busy. We would like to ask you a few questions about the case, if you wouldn't mind. Soren?
You're Ellen's lawyer, right?
Huh? Yes, that's right. Don't tell me he hasn't remembered me.
Will Ellen be found guilty?
We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're here, investigating. Will you please tell us what you know? Soren?
Alright, fine.
What was that post all about? The cover-up. It was you who gave the order for that large-scale cover-up plan, isn't that right?
What a large cover-up.
Don't play dumb with us. You held two wedding receptions in order to try and cover up Mr. Gloomsbury's murder.
Ellen thought that, through the power of the timekeeper you built, you traveled back in time.
Ah, so that's why there were two receptions.
Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? Looks like I will have to delve deeper here. Time travel. So the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time, you're not the one who was behind it all? Pierce Nicody stated in court that you were the one who ordered it to be carried out.
Pierce said that, I see. I leave him in charge of everything around me. So whatever he decides is, in essence, my decision too.
So I take it that you didn't know anything about the cover-up.
That's none of your business.
But you were in two wedding receptions in a row. And still, you claim to know nothing?
I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave.
But Soren!
Sorry, my friend, you have to be more open-minded or just move those lips more because we need information right now.
Ow!
Uy, que me muero. Ay, me atraganto con mi saliva. Uy. I almost choked on myself. Jesus.
Oh, there's something written on this paper airplane. Let's see. Go away.
It doesn't get clearer than that, huh? It's looking especially uncooperative, but maybe I can grab his attention somehow. There's still that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. It's worth a try. Ooh. He locked in. What are you showing me that for? Hydration, thank you, Mark. Mr. Sprocket. I can't read him at all. Not even with an item as loaded with sentiments as this. Sis. I'm sure your sister would want the truth of this case to be known. And straighten the back. Thank you, son. Oh. How rude. He's intruding on the private lives of others. A part of your job as a lawyer. Oh, Oh, I could make you do another tier list. Oh, damn. I apologize. I guess showing him the picture of his sister wasn't such a good idea after all. What are you showing me that for? Nah, I'm saying it to make you play 3 houses, damn. Mr. Sprocket. I can't read him at all. A thing with an item as loaded with sentiments as this. No. Oh my goodness, what is this? What is the piece of evidence that I'm supposed to present here? Oh yeah, why? Okay, no. I was like, why are you? Where did you go in? But no, he didn't. It was his butler who came in. Ah. The candelabra? Sorin, have you ever seen this before? That's... Sorin, what is it? Nothing. Why did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? He's gonna as pale as a ghost too. Oh shit! Sorin!
Nick, look at his stomach. He's bleeding.
Somebody help! Sorin's collapsed! Oh no. Master Sorin! Get him to the hospital, quickly, now! Oh no.
Poor Sorin. That must be one serious wound. What is it, Nick?
Well, when I showed him the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed. So I was just thinking that maybe his injury is...
Huh? What's this?
It's Sorin's notebook. He must have dropped it in the rush to get him to the hospital.
Oh, his notebook, huh? I wonder what's written in it, don't you? Come on, you know you wanna take a peek.
Maya, eres Radiopatio encarnado. Maya, you are just the epitome of gossip. Jesus, I love you so much. Sorin's notebook. What to do? What to do? What to do, chat? What do we do? We might as well take a peek. You know, we're doing this for his fiancé, so we might as well. I feel guilty snooping around in somebody's personal notebook, but maybe we should take a little look-see. Whoa, it's filled with big words written in tiny letters. I guess he uses this notebook to write down his invention ideas? Huh?
What is it? Did you find something?
After March 8th of last year, the content of this notebook changes dramatically.
Like, how?
Well, ever since that date, Sorin's been writing down every detail of his life. As in, every.
Maybe he decided to start keeping a diary?
But this is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary.
Either he's really compulsive, Or maybe just plain forgetful.
But is it really as simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that made Sorin change.
Well, why don't you let me take a look at that, and I will tell you.
Hey, Maya, let go or we'll rip it.
Yep. Now look what you did. You dropped it. You have just let me take a look.
How is this my fault?
Oh no, Nick.
Oh, it fell into that pool of Sorin's blood. And really? I can't read a thing on these 2 pages now.
Uh-oh. You're gonna get it now.
Ugh. I guess it really is my fault after all. Let's just put it away carefully for now. We can't let anything else happen to it, you hear? Sorin's notebook added to the court record.
Huh? Hey, look. There's something sticking out of the notebook.
Sorin had been writing about nothing but ideas for his inventions in this until March 8th. Details of the day of the murder have been rendered illegible by a bloodstain. Thank you, Phoenix and Maya. Thank you. That just makes my work three times harder. Oh no.
It looks like a newspaper article.
Let's see. It's about the car accident Sorin's sister dying. It happened on March 8th. That's the day Sorin's notebook completely changed. Oh wow.
What does it say?
It says the driver at the time of the accident was Dumas Gloomsbury. It says Sorin was in the car too and that he had sustained severe injuries. It's just like Pierce said. Sorin completely changed after the accident. Oh shit. So, Gloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. That opens up the distinct possibility
Of?
of Sorin holding a grudge against Gloomsbury.
You think Sorin could have?
I don't know. Not like I have any proof. We should talk to Pierce about this when we return to Sorin's... Well, we should talk to Pierce about this when we return Sorin's notebook to him. Though he doesn't seem to be here right now. Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel. Okay. Chat, we're going to leave here for today. Lo vamos a dejar aquí por hoy. There we go. And go back to menu. Save just again. And next time we'll finish this game once and for all. Talue. Ha estado bien. It's been great. It's been very fun, as always. Chat, next week we finish this game. Finally. It's been like, what, 10 months now? Almost 10? We'll soon be finishing this game. It feels sad, but also happy in a way. Gracias por pasaros, gente. Thank you for being here, everyone. We'll be back next week with the usual... Mrs. Sakaya, the finale of Tales of Berseria, and the finale of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. La semana que viene terminamos 2 juegos, gente. 2 jueguitos. Así que estos atentos para eso. Y nada, we'll be seeing each other. Goodbye, everyone. Bye bye.